what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of TTS Xbox Podcast, number 15, guys. Listen, it's been an interesting week. Yesterday, some news dropped. All week, people have been talking shit about Halo. But do you know what? We're going to be talking shit about them. So let me introduce my homie first. Predator H2O, what's going on, bro?
What's up, man?
How
Not
you been,
much
bro?
going on, man. Just been here trying to play a little bit of Madden and talk that shit. Glad you invited me
Talk
to the
that
show
shit.
finally.
I love it. Listen, I know it's early for you guys. That's why I don't like asking people. That's why I don't really do late shows now as much as just besides WBG, but that's a fixed time. But I know for some guys it's like 8 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock because of America times, and it's crazy, man. So I appreciate it, you being here as well, man.
I'm up early at the crack of dawn here, like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I mean, this is like happy hour for
Militant.
me.
Militant. He's a
Oh, shit.
militant. Yeah, what's going on, man? We're talking about Halo. This is one of the biggest guy, my brother, all the way from India, my next door neighbor, my Punjabi brother. What's going on, Nef?
Hey, what's going on, Sean? Glad to be back here to be able to talk my shit. I have Halo already downloaded, ready to go. I'm ready to talk about it.
Do you know what, Nef? I'm loving the screenshots. Some of the gameplay and the screenshots are looking beautiful in that game, and I can't wait to play this as soon as we're done, hopefully.
Yeah, we came a long way from Craig, huh?
A long way.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need that. You need to fall, and then you rise back up.
Yeah.
You know,
Good old Craig.
Yeah, good. The best was your dad. What's going on, bro?
What's up, my man?
You did a video. You recorded something on WWE. Shout out to Craig. Look, he made it on big TV, bro. He made it.
Oh yeah. The guy that Craig signed on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, Neff, did you see that shit, bro?
Yes, I did.
You gotta give it
As he should.
as he should. Number one, there was none of them. Nathan Drake wasn't there. None of them motherfuckers were there. Besides Craig.
Craig was. Hey, Sean, not only that clip of mine, I got like 12, 13,000 views on that shit.
That's amazing, bro. Because that was some funny shit, though. Because
Yeah.
that was just random, And the guy he actually messaged you, didn't he? Or tagged you or
Yeah.
something.
Well, like he left a comment. Yeah, he left a comment.
And
He was
yeah,
like,
he
"Yo,
said that. Yes.
that was me."
Yeah, that was funny, man. Let me give a shout out to the chat, man. Sakata, what's going on? Cinedex, TTS, talk that shit. A doggo with a cool saxophone. Lighten Money, what's going on? MJ Hernandez, Mr. Glass, Raiden Blade, what's good? Who else is there? Slim73, what's going on, man? We don't know who else is going to be coming. Johansson might be coming. Dev, Sue, whoever wants to come, they can come, but there's only 2 spots left. So tough shit. Whoever's last, they won't make it for the show. They won't be invited. But anyway, guys, do you know what? Let's get right into it. We're going to get started with Perfectdark. Yesterday, around about 8 o'clock your time, 1 a.m. my time, it was surprising to see this. And Brad, I'll go to you with this. Perfectdark, the initiative is making this. Back in 2018, Phil announced the studio that Darren Gallagher, he's the one that rebooted the Tomb Raider series. He'll be leading that studio. Only to find out, like yesterday, that they're going to be co-developing or collaboration with Crystal Dynamics from Square Enix. So was this news surprising to you that to see this collaboration or some sort of partnership, co-development?
Yeah, considering it's coming from an outside team. I mean, like if they said something like, "Oh, we got the team from Forza is helping work out with this" or something like that, that'd be different. But for them to go outside and get it done with another major company, it kind of adds to more of the rumors about some of the pickups and stuff like that Microsoft may be getting later on down the road. So and they've always had a good relationship with Crystal Dynamics. I mean, they stole one of their people and brought them over to Xbox. So it's surprising, just like I said, who it's from. But I'm pretty sure they're going to do good things with the game. So the news is kind of dropped late last night too. So did they mention like what they're going to be working on, like what aspect of the game they're going to be doing, or is it just they're working together? So there's a lot of question there, I guess, to figure out what's going on.
A lot of questions, and but to get a team like that from Square Enix, this is the team that made the Tomb Raider series when Darren Gallagher was in charge at the time, and obviously the last game they made it was Avengers, and to pull them off, and if they manage to get a full team working with a perfect dog, that is surprising. That Square Enix is it a good partnership? Is it something more? What do you reckon?
Sean, I don't know, man. I all I know is when I read the news, I was like, wow, that's surprising. It's not a surprise that they were outsourcing for some help because every team seems to do that. But for some reason, when Xbox does it, it means all hell is breaking loose. I was surprised that the team that's helping them was Crystal Dynamics. Crystal Dynamics is a AAA studio. Obviously they made, like you just mentioned, they made the Tomb Raider reboot, the first two Tomb Raider reboots, Tomb Raider and also Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Rise of Tomb, which was a time exclusive as well.
Yeah, right. The Avengers. I think the Avengers, I think it's a solid game. I finished the game. The only issue I would say, I think the games as a service thing kind of mess it up for me. But they're a quality team. And as we all know, Daryl Gallagher was the head over there for a while. Then he's obviously the head of the initiative. So maybe there's a relationship there. But I'm really surprised because even if Daryl Gallagher has a good relationship with folks at Crystal Dynamics, it's still owned by Square Enix.
Definitely.
I'm sure Daryl Gallagher didn't go up to Square Enix like, hey man, let me get a couple folks, maybe about 200 people, come over there and help me out. I'm pretty sure that wasn't the case. I know Microsoft paid them or whatever, but I think it's cool, man. The initiative is doing Perfectdark. They want to, remain small and agile, is what they said. And they have 70 people. And I'm just assuming, I saw some people, I saw Randall Thor say something to the effect of they're in production of the game. They just want to ramp it up a little bit. And that's what studios do. They hire help to ramp things up. Like Halo Infinite has plenty of help. We saw The Last of Us had like 14 different studios helping them. We see God of War Ragnarok has a studio helping them. So that's not anything weird. That's common in the gaming industry. But it being Crystal Dynamics kind of shocked me a little bit. But I think it's cool because they're quality. So.
Yeah, definitely, man. Let me give a shout out to Sapo. What's going on? Elusive Mate, Gaze of Truth as well. What's going on? Yeah, it was definitely like, we know the talent in Initiative, even though it's a small team, 70 people, I believe, at the moment. The team, the developers, the talent they got is from everywhere. You talk about Rockstar, Rocksteady, Naughty Dog, you name it. Even maybe someone from Crystal Dynamics. There's so many talented people there. So it's interesting that the collaboration with Crystal Dynamics is, I know, look, we're going to be talking shit about what the ponies are saying, but Neff, this Perfect Dark, we're definitely going to talk shit straight after this. But Neff, to see Perfect Dark and the Initiative and, Crystal Dynamics dropped this news yesterday late. Were you surprised that they kind of going like co-developing this game, Perfect Dark?
I was shocked. First, I started clicking the profiles because they don't have the little blue check marks next to them. I thought it might have been a troll. I was like, man, what is this?
Me too.
So weird. But I have a lot of questions about it. So it makes me wonder, when Jez Gordon or whatever broke the story about Perfect Dark, or it wasn't even Perfect Dark at the time. It said that they were working on something that was almost seasonal. It's not quite episodic. It's a little bit more than that. I wonder if that's changed at all. I wonder if it's going full production, full game with this Crystal Dynamics collaboration. It's still interesting they're working with Crystal Dynamics, under Square Enix. Mm-hmm. Makes me wonder, like, after the Avengers, is something going on with Crystal Dynamics? Are they being brought down a little bit? They're clearly being put on loan to Microsoft. I don't know. Maybe they're putting on market or something. But, I still think it's really interesting. I know collaborations happen all the time. Typically, it's used of support studios, like Halo uses a certain Affinity, for example, and they make, like, small games, but they're typically a support studio for Halo. But there's one of the few times I think we've seen, like, just a AAA collaboration, like, from another publisher. So, I don't know. I'm just curious what's going on there, and hopefully we see something about the product soon, maybe E3 next year. Who knows? I wonder if this is to get the game done faster or to make it a bigger game.
It's
That's a good
possible.
question. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like, that's a good point. Definite. It's Stormzy. What's going on? Miss Marvel. What's good? I would say that when it comes to initiative, I think the game, like we know, like Phil played it. Was it last year or in late 2019? I believe
That was in 2019. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
2019.
2019.
They had some sort of form of like the game playing as well, and we know the guy who left, Drew Murray. I believe his daughter played a bit of as well at one point
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So I know the ponies are running out there. The game's still early development. They're saying the game's not even ready. You never know. Within 2 years, if they get the full collaboration with the Crystal Dynamics with like 300 plus people, they can probably pump this game out in 2 years if they got the baseline for the game. I can see this game coming out in 2 years easy. But
Yeah.
a lot of like the ponies are out there. They're saying that initiative. What's happened to the quadruple A studio?
Yeah,
They
man.
dog shit. Why they need help from outsource? Why not do internalize? Get someone at coalition helping them out.
Yeah.
You seen this shit last time when this broke out. What do you have to say to the motherfucking ponies?
Man, it never fails. No matter what happens, there will always be a negative spin on it. And that's just how it is, right? That's just how it is. They ignore when PlayStation does similar things. They say, whatever. Xbox does. Oh shit, the game is in trouble. Like I said, like we all read, The Last of Us 2 had 14 different studios helping them. God of War Ragnarok has a studio named Valkyrie Entertainment helping them.
Yeah.
Didn't like Kojima, I know like he's not first party technically, but didn't Gorilla kind of help him with that Death Stranding shit? I don't know,
Yeah.
but it seems common in the industry. Nobody said anything with those articles about The Last of Us 2. Hell, that God of War Ragnarok article dropped last week. Nobody said anything.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it until this news dropped. There's some Xbox guys are like, "Wow, you ponies talking shit." God of War is being helped like by another team, so nobody said anything. Xbox dropped some news about being helped, and not just ponies. All of a sudden, we see media, big Xbox guys, like, "What the hell? What does this mean? What does it mean? Right? What does this mean? Oh, I'm worried. There they go with that fake concern shit. Isn't that funny how that happens?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm curious myself, but I
I'm
wouldn't jump
curious.
to I'm worried. Like,
Yeah,
no,
no, I'm
I don't
not
think it's a
worried.
bad thing. You could argue that it was Dave Gallagher, however you pronounce that name, the one who's like the
Daryl.
head of the studio.
Yeah, Daryl.
Yeah, you could argue that he probably pushed for this. He probably did want to work with his old team. He clearly was poaching them to begin with. So he probably pushed to collab with Crystal Dynamics, and that probably makes sense to me. I think what's shocking here is, this is a AAA developer from another publisher, where like typically like Naughty Dog and most AAA games, they use like smaller, AA studios or just straight up support studios. Because like most of those 14 studios that helped probably Last of Us Part 2 were more or less support studios or in that AA field. So
sure.
that it is interesting, but I wouldn't jump to I'm concerned about the game. If anything, that's probably a good thing.
I agree with you. I'm really curious about it. But just like A. Ryderman said, but why did they have to announce it though?
That's the interesting thing. I know we talked about it last week, a week before there, and I don't want to keep bringing it up, man. We heard about on Twitter what was going on. There might be some sort of acquisition or some sort of partnership. Maybe this was the news talk. Maybe this got some sort of partnership with Square Enix, or maybe something more. But it is interesting that they have to announce it that late, your lot's time.
Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking here, Sean. So it's Square Enix. Like, what is the state of Square Enix? Like, they got Crystal Dynamics, and they worked on the Avengers for a really long time. Remember, they skipped that third Tomb Raider game, and we're just working on the Avengers.
Yeah,
and we can say it underperformed. It underperformed.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's interesting. After it underperformed, suddenly they are putting Crystal Dynamics on loan to Microsoft. Like, I do find that really interesting. Maybe it could, be something here in the future. Maybe it's just going to stay as this loan. But again, I think that's really interesting. They had a big project with the Avengers. It didn't go as planned, and now suddenly the studio's being loaned out. Who knows?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, man, it's just interesting. What's going on, Cinedex? Hope you're good. Paulie Baba, what's good? Unknown Soldier as well. Yeah, listen, the Fakerson, one thing I hate, and definitely going to be talking about your next topic, but that Fakerson, I hate it, bro. They pretend that they care about what Microsoft is doing when they don't give a shit. They will love to see these studios fail. They will love to see the initiative take a shit straight up on the next game, whatever game they're making. Perfect Dark. I mean, like Pred, we heard that Perfect Dark is gonna have that John Wick type of combat style. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, I saw that somewhere.
Maybe because obviously we know like Crystal Dynamics when it comes to like Tomb Raider games, even like the Avengers, they're pretty good at the combat and that. So maybe they added more to it, make it more. How can I say it?
Darker.
Yeah, darker
Violent.
maybe. Violent as well, maybe.
I didn't play Perfect Dark back in the day, so I don't know what the game is about. And we've only seen like that little teaser or whatever it was they showed us. I guess about 2 years ago now.
Yeah, the Game Awards.
Yeah, and so
last year, yeah.
I'm curious to see what they do with that game. To be honest with you, but to a lot of gamers out there, they probably didn't play Perfect Dark either. You know, I'm old enough to have played it, but the younger generation, they have no idea what that game is. It's going to be a new franchise for them. I mean, it's a reboot anyway, but like they've never touched Perfect Dark, so it's going to be interesting. I really can't answer that question though.
Yeah, Rodimus, we'll definitely talk about that. I know what you're trying to say. They've been too transparent in that, but sometimes it's better. Well, you want to do what Jim Ryan does. You want to do what GT7 does. Believe in generation. Leave it to the last minute. You know, it doesn't work. I'd rather have them come out and tell us straight up that this is what's going on. This is the crack. And I'm glad they came out, regardless what time was it. The collaboration with Crystal Dynamics and. Don't get me wrong. Look, people might just look at the last game.
Hold up a second.
Go on, bro.
I just thought of something. Didn't Square Enix? They did Outriders too, right? Where people may fly. So it'd be like the second time Square Enix has kind of farmed out something they're working with to send it to Microsoft's way. So that's kind of interesting.
Very interesting. Even that conversation behind the scenes, Pred, that was interesting as well.
Well, you can't have Final Fantasy, but you can have this shit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, but it shows that the partnership or whatever's going on with them is really good. Outriders first, now this as well. So it's really interesting. Others think what's going on.
So with Sean,
go on, bro.
Well, hell, man, the PlayStation have a great relationship with them also. They got a 2-year exclusive with Forspoken. They got a timed exclusive with Final Fantasy. They still have Final Fantasy VII Remake exclusive. So they have a great relationship with them also. It just seems like Square Enix is at the point where, look, man, you got an offer for us. Let's talk. You got some money you want to give us for something? Let's talk. That's what it seems like they're doing right now. It's eating chips now. What the hell?
My bad.
It's making the pizza at the same time. That son of a bitch.
So, yeah. So that's what I'm noticing, man. They're really having a relation. You know, they're just like, yo, we need the money. What service do y'all need? What game do y'all need time exclusive? Oh, you need a studio? Here, you can borrow these guys. That's what it seems like to me at the moment.
No, definitely. Now, that studio, they talented a lot of people in that studio with Crystal Dynamics, and I'm sure if they really need to push the game out within 18 months and say the baseline of the game is there, it just put in like more assets, designs, and all that shit. I reckon that team will do it. It'll be bang on. Because 70 people, let's be honest, if you want to make a AAA game, 70 people. It's not enough compared to like 343 Naughty Dog, the Coalition. You got to be up to the 400s, 500.
Insomniac has like what 300 or something, right?
Yeah, something like 400 plus, I think so now. Yeah. And that's how you do. That's how you make these big AAA quality games. And if you want to make one of the best ones, you need a solid team behind you who can get you over the line.
Hey, yo. Check out what a doggo with a cool saxophone said. He said, I believe Square Enix is going to sell them off. What if Xbox didn't get Square Enix, the publisher, but they got Crystal Dynamics, the developer? That's something to think about.
Is that possible? Neff, do you reckon that's possible? Because you just
that's kind of what I'm hinting at, or like just thinking about, because it's weird they have like one, it's called a commercial flop, and suddenly they're on loan. And Microsoft's always looking to acquire. And is Crystal Dynamics really useful to Square Enix anymore? Like, I don't think the Tomb Raider trilogy went as planned. Like, the first one did really well. Second one maybe not as well, and the third one really not as well.
Which was a good game, by the way. The third one was pretty good to me.
I haven't played the third one. I do really like the first two, though.
Yeah.
And the third one isn't made by Crystal Dynamics. But, you know, does Crystal Dynamics have a place at Square Enix anymore? Who knows?
That's a good question.
I mean, they could just sell them for capital at this point.
Yeah, that's a good question. So, yeah, see, that's something I didn't think about either, Doggo, with the cool saxophone. Damn. Interesting.
That's interesting. That is very interesting. That, like, to say that, like, Neff just mentioned it about 5-6 minutes ago, and then it's good. That's what I love. You know, like the chat and when you have a panel and they talk about, they bring different ideas. Like, this could happen, this could be happening. Some guys are thinking, oh, Square Enix, they bought Square Enix, but maybe they might be selling off the division, because we've been hearing about WB as well, what's going on there.
Yeah.
So they could be selling studios separate, because maybe Square just wants to keep the certain ones that's doing really well, like the Final Fantasy ones. They're killing it.
Yeah.
You know,
that's something to think about, man.
Yeah, Ray, what's going on? Maybe a Ubisoft collaboration as well. At this point, we know that Satya Nadella has said it. We're all in gaming. So when it comes to the money, investing in gaming studios or maybe like collaborations, bro, you never know what's next now. 100%, you never know what's next.
Yeah. Hey, man. So like they did lose a lot of money with the Avengers, man. They like Neff said the game was a commercial flop for them. And first of all, their expectations was always too massive, man. Like they wanted the Tomb Raider reboot to sell what, 13 million or something, something crazy. And I don't know, man. This is something to really think about.
So that's what Adogus is exactly what he said. They're trying to recover from the 105 million from Avengers. So selling them will help, or maybe that's what Microsoft said. Look, we'll give you some money that will cover like the Avengers what you lost. Help us with this game, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, bro. That's what
or
I'm
maybe
thinking.
More, maybe something more.
Yeah. Well, hold on. This show is what? TTS talk that shit. So let's say they buy Crystal Dynamics. Man, is that a powerhouse we're about to buy then? I mean, think about it. That's 80 metas. 80 metas. High 80 metas, actually.
Hey, that's a solid ass studio, I'll tell you that. That's a solid studio, bro.
Well, straight
what
up.
games do they have?
Yeah, look at the game spread. Like, look, if that shit happens, I know what all these motherfuckers Pony's gonna do. Why can't you just do what Sony does, organic? Build them up from the ground. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Yeah,
Avengers, the Tomb Raider series. And if you think about it, the only thing they've really done is Tomb Raider stuff and Marvel, Avengers. Yeah. I'm looking at the last couple of games they've made, like since Tomb Raider Legend, Tomb Raider Anniversary, Tomb Raider Underworld, Lara Croft, Guardian of the Light, Tomb Raider, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, Rise of Tomb Raider, then Marvel, Avengers. Legacy of Kain.
Wait, will you own Tomb Raider if you bought Crystal Dynamics?
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe
the Tomb Raider come with that particular studio.
Maybe Square still owns them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be part of the deal.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because there's nothing here that would, Samurai Showdown, Solar Eclipse, Slam and Jam. I don't even remember half these games are. These like 90s games. I will stick with the 2000s. So, Gex, Legacy of Kain.
Hey, 1 second. Let me just invite Senator.
Legacy of Kain. They did do Legacy of Kain on the PS1. I remember that game.
Blood Omen 2. I think I said Soul Reaver already.
Yeah.
What is Project Snowblind? Never remember that.
Oh yeah, I used to love that game on the original.
And then everything else has been Tomb Raider specific stuff. So
and what'll be good with them working with Xbox if that did happen is they can kind of work on those older IP or more experimental IP again. Like I think Crystal Dynamics, I keep calling them Square Enix, they kind of get stuck with Tomb Raider, and then they were put on Avengers, and unfortunately that didn't work out. But
yeah,
or they can just make something completely different. I mean, these teams. I always say it's not what they've made, it's what they have cooking that is what's going to sell to the company that's going to buy them. So when Microsoft went out to Jesus,
I got an example. When Microsoft went to buy Obsidian, sure they're kind of interested in Grounded or whatever, and that game's doing a lot better than you think it would. But they're really interested in Avowed. Like Avowed is a key reason why they bought.
It's the stuff that it's those little passion products that we don't know about this. We got this cooking in the side. We want to work on this, and then so Microsoft buys them out, and then they get that access to that game now that would have either been a multi-plat or maybe gotten exclusive rights with the competitors. So I mean, like,
Mhm.
you never know what Crystal Dynamics actually has working on besides Tomb Raider behind the scenes. They could actually have something to bring to the table and say, hey, we're working on Tomb Raider, but we also got this other game, this shooter, or this this RPG, which we don't really need any more of on Xbox right now. Coming out, in that might have been the selling point for Microsoft, or maybe they outsource them to, like, maybe they buy them to make a game that Microsoft has had cooking in the works and didn't really have anybody available to do it. So, somebody just joined.
Yeah, we'll get Cinedex, and let me just give a shout out to, was it Yo R&B? What's good, bro? Ray Ray, what's going on? The realest one, what's good? Listen, Cinedex, are you there, bro?
Yeah, I'm there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. You sound good, bro. Like, when this news dropped yesterday, I know you messaged me in the morning, like, what the fuck is going on, man? What was
Yeah,
your
yeah.
take on this, and what do you reckon this could be? Could it be just a studio? Could it be something bigger? What's your take on it, bro?
Um, I've been on the Square Enix hype train, even though it makes sense to me with the time deal with Sony and everything. It just
Yeah.
made sense to me that this type of agreement, like initiative, they're like mostly a team of, if I recall correctly, like leads and like people for like high up, not like mostly like staff or grunt work. So now they Crystal Dynamics, instead of having like one or two, like instead of having like multiple studios helping out with development, like I think the last one's had like 14 different studios, like small times. Like you can have one big studio that's like AAA and proven with the Tomb Raider series, and it helps out a lot. The reason why people are like concerned about it is because it's a big time studio. Normally, the studios, they work on their own games; they don't do support work, and this should be like, if people just think about it like rationally, you have to wonder, why is Xbox
Oh,
okay.
That's my phone. Sorry.
No, let's chill, let's chill. You have to think about, why is Xbox helping them out? Or I mean, not Xbox. Why is Square Enix helping them out? Like, this is a big time studio for them. Like, this is their premier AAA studio, most people would say, in at least
Yeah.
the West Division. And I've always said maybe they might sell off the Western Division studios if they would, but Square Enix, I don't know. They had some money, I think, some trouble or some money troubles. I think People Can Fly or something not paying the devs. That wasn't too into that story. So there's a lot of things going off, and there's a rumor back in April about them selling off their whole publisher company, Square. So we'll see what's going on. It's more tea leaves in the sand, or whatever how you say it.
that's the best way to put it.
Yeah, that's virtual. I'd say. We'll see
Yeah,
how it is. It's very interesting. Listen.
Yeah, definitely, man. Reggie Lee, what's going on? Look, if this happens, if they buy Crystal Dynamics, that's a great pickup. This team knows how to make games. You want action adventure games? They made a superhero game. Regardless if people didn't like it, because of this online all the services bullshit. But like that, you said within that game, there's a good story in Avengers, and a lot of people have said that.
Yeah, man, bro. Okay, in my opinion, Avengers is a solid game. Great graphics. The story is decent. It's just too much other shit, if you know what I'm saying. Like, it's just too much of the games as a service stuff that doesn't need to be in that type of game. If the Avengers would have just been a game,
Just
with
a co-op game,
just
yeah.
co-op, but just a like a linear kind of game, I think it would have done much better, man. It's just, it can be confusing sometimes. There's so many damn different things on the screen and the menus. Like, what? Okay, this is online. This is single player. What the hell is this? So there's so many different things. But if you look at the core of the game, like I said, the voice acting, the graphics, the gameplay is all pretty solid, man. It's just unfortunate that the game under achieved with them. Excuse me. So.
Yeah, but it's just what it is. Like, that game's a game as a service, and it really follows that whole, like, Destiny mantra, like, oh, you gotta loot. You gotta get this glove that's more powerful than that glove. And it doesn't work in this setting. And, there are ways to make games as a service, and they went with the Destiny model, and it was just a horrible fit. So the game just didn't do well because people just didn't take to it. Like, I played the beta or the demo. I didn't like it because of that aspect. If it was more of just a traditional co-op game, I think it would have sold much better. It would have done much better. They wouldn't make as much money in the back end. Like, you see how they're selling those MCU skins? to buy the Black Panther Civil War skin and just the Iron Man one, that's $40 together.
Shit.
Damn.
Yeah, but ironically, I think they would have done better at selling these skins if the core of the game was just really good and people were just playing it anyways. But you know, it is what it is in that case. It could just lead to Square Enix evaluating if they need Crystal Dynamics. Tomb Raider, like we said, didn't sell quite as much as they wanted to.
Right.
And Avengers is a commercial flop because it comes with a license and they're already paying Disney that fee. And they probably lost that Marvel money anyways at this point. I think Guardians is just being shoved out there. I don't think that game's ready to launch either.
That's gonna flop. Unfortunately, man, I think that's gonna flop also, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even look like it's done. I think that's just like, look, your Avengers flopped. We don't want to do business anymore. Get that out there.
Yeah, no, Ray Ray brings up a good point. They could have been probably working for like at least six months to a year already now. You just don't know. This it's like it didn't happen yesterday, so they might be working for a minute. Makes a good point. Listen, who's the Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Who's making that? Which team is making
That's
that?
the team that did Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I believe it's
That's the one
Montreal.
with
Montreal, right?
Yeah.
They might be on the chopping block too once that game flops.
Like once the game flops, oh man.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if suddenly they're loaned out to Microsoft as well. And with them, that might come to Deus Ex IP, and that's a good IP in my opinion. You could really do a lot with it. I know the last game wasn't all it, but sometimes there's misfires.
Yeah, but listen, I thought they did Shadow of the Tomb Raider well. I know a lot of people hate on that game for whatever reason.
It's a good game.
It's a good game to me. I thought it was a damn good game.
Yeah, I just played it like a month ago. Solid game.
It's a solid game. It's the ending of a trilogy. That's what it is.
Yeah,
like Uncharted 3 wasn't the best. It was an average. It was like not as good as 1 or 2, or like at least 2.
Well,
at least
one wasn't that good. One was
yeah, one was
great.
one was kind of virtual like PS1, 2
But,
game, but yeah.
A lot of people are saying before we move on to the the Halo stuff. A lot of people are saying that Guardians of the Galaxy is looking more promising than Avengers as of right now. I don't think they've gone full out. I don't think they've gone full out like the Avengers the way they did.
Yeah, it's not a games as a service. That's the key difference.
Yeah,
but like when you look at the game, it just doesn't look like it's done. It looks like it's coming out a year early.
That game's coming out in like what, 4 weeks?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, man. It'll be interesting. I think these two, personally, I know. Listen, personally, I think these studios are talented. But like I said, time, money, sometimes these publishers, the people, the top guys, they want your games to get out there as soon as
I don't
possible.
know, man. It looks like they're releasing Craig. Like, it looks like it's going to be like if Craig came out last year. I don't know. That game's looking suspicious to me.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Others think what's going on, man. It's going to be interesting. Watch this collaboration. It could lead to something better, but you never know. It could be something even more. It could be a bigger purchase in the future.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, definitely, bro. But this is good to see, though. I'm glad that they're going now. There's no harm in getting help from other studios, and this is a massive.
Everybody
studio.
does it, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, I think it's just interesting what it is, and again, I don't just go to like, oh, this is horrible. I find it fascinating. It's a AAA developer from another publisher, and they're working with Microsoft, a publisher who's hungry and trying to acquire more studios. I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, I agree. See, that is the one thing that has you kind of like curious.
And are you more impressed if they get help from a support studio, which is standard, or even a AA studio, or are you more impressed they get help from a AAA developer? Like, I honestly think that story is fascinating.
Yeah, I agree with you because you're really like wondering a AAA. Like, I believe Square. I'm sorry, Crystal Dynamics have about 300 something employees over there.
Yeah, it's a big studio. It really is.
It's a massive studio. Definitely, it's a massive studio, and it's gonna be what I can't wait. I wish this Square Enix shit happens because you motherfucker. First, I forgot to say this. You motherfucking ponies, hit that dislike button and get the fuck out of here. You soft motherfuckers. First of all, you pussies. Go back to your Twitter spaces, you bitches. Remember that, you Pegasus motherfuckers.
You see the contract?
Fuck the contract. Shove that contract up your ass, you piece of shits. Anyway, let's move on to fucking Halo, Neff. Halo's the one, bro. Let's go. I seen these motherfucking ponies out there. Let's name these motherfuckers flip floppers, crap gamers, and all these motherfuckers out there. The salty name every one of these Pegasus motherfuckers. Talking shit about Halo. Fake concern, talking about the leaderboard.
The
shit.
leaderboards, a mode I will never use nor know what it is.
Neff, do tell what went down, bro. Then we can talk about the Halo flight. Your impression on it.
So a lot went down, with Halo. Every little piece of info, such as leaderboards, which apparently are critical to the Halo experience now after yesterday. In Academy mode, you can train with guns, such as the BR, such as the railgun, such as the Hydra, whatever gun you want. You can practice with it. You get better. It's a training mode. The 343 said, look, we're going to add leaderboards post-launch. We kind of want to get them in there for launch, but it didn't quite work out. And you're like, okay, it probably should have been there. Yeah, whole year delay. But it's coming post-launch, and it's fucking whatever. I don't care, Sean, if you complete a challenge in 30 seconds, and I complete it in 1 minute. Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit?
But apparently, every single pony gives a shit. Man, this is a critical feature. This game ain't coming out right. I don't fucking get it. And I always ask people who are complaining about this, saying Halo Infinite should be delayed, which I do agree with to a degree. And I say, oh, so you're concerned about the leaderboards and training mode in Academy. Tell me, what is Academy? Nobody ever replies to me. Nobody ever replies to me. Nobody knows what the fuck Academy is. And nobody has ever used the feature before, because guess what? It's a brand new feature to Halo Infinite. It hasn't been in a past Halo game. You don't know what the fuck that is, nor have you used it in the past, nor will it affect the game.
Yeah, Neff, what about the XP bullshit, which has been changed in the MCC, and they start complaining about
Okay, yeah. XP. Now, I don't like this system, but instead of being awarded for just every game you play, what you do is you get awarded for completing challenges. And believe it or not, some of the challenges are just literally playing a game. They're as simple as that. So, essentially, instead of getting 10 kills or whatever, you may not get awarded for that, but what you would get awarded for is getting 5 kill with the commando rifle, doing the tasks they give you, and that's how you earn XP. It really works out to be the same way as just traditional XP. I just like being awarded every match no matter what, but that's my preference. Either way, though, the system has been in place for the MCC for years, and now people are just realizing, oh my god, games as a service. How the mighty have fallen with 343. I don't know. A lot of people don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they're making a bigger deal than it really is. Now, I'm not going to say these aren't complaints. Even I'm not necessarily for this new challenge system. But to think that you can't level up in the game at launch is just asinine. I think people really think you can't level up, period, or something. And that there's no XP.
Yeah, it's funny to see that, bro. These guys are not touching the Halo game, or some of these guys don't even know how to spell Halo. Straight up, they don't know how to spell Halo, bro. They're complaining about it. I won't go out there and talk about a certain game if I don't know shit about it, not being kept up to date about it. This is why I go to Neff, because Neff knows he's been up to date more or less of the stuff. Or certain things like co-op now at launch. Yeah, that's disappointing.
Yeah, that's the stuff you complain about. No co-op launch, no Forge at launch. Those are integral parts of the, of the game. And even if you don't use Forge, it's used by millions of people. It affects the overall game. It affects custom games, longevity, stuff like that. So those are valid complaints. And again, I'm all for delaying the game to get those features in. I'm never going to argue against that. Definitely. I'm just going to call out people who are just talking shit to talk shit. Really, you care about leaderboards. Let me see your stats in Halo real quick. Seriously. Let me see your stats.
When everybody was complaining about the I guess the co-op being taken out from the main story, I posted my screenshot because I've never played co-op in the main story of Halo. I always play by myself and I go straight to multiplayer. And everybody was complaining. I was like, let me see your screenshot of how many times you completed co-op on a Halo franchise before, and no one wants to show that shit.
Yeah, because half the people talking that shit, don't even play Halo.
Don't even play Halo like that. They play the single player, and they play straight to multiplayer just like everybody else does.
I mean, you can argue that, with this additional time or whatever, that it really should be there, and I absolutely agree with that. I can't argue with you there, even if you do want to just talk shit. But at the same time, it's just when you nitpick the dumbest shit. Leaderboards don't fucking matter. Please push to get co-op and Forge. That's what you should be putting your energy towards.
Yeah.
100%. Like Neff, like you played the flight test. You managed to get another game yesterday.
Yeah,
How is it
I managed to
compared
play
to
the
the
training mode yesterday.
Yeah, the training mode, and obviously that's the bots mode. And I think is it today they're gonna open it up?
Yeah, so around, and unless they delay it potentially, around 12 p.m. Eastern, so, like an hour and a half roughly, you'll be able to play the matchmaking. We'll see if it goes smooth. Maybe people here on the panel will be playing together, who knows? But, yeah, should be happening pretty soon.
Yeah, definitely, man. Others think you're right. GS5 Hold'em does something similar. MJ 1 p.m. Eastern is saying. I'm not sure if it's been pushed back then, but we'll see.
It could be.
Like, it could be, yeah. He's right, yeah. His Forge mode is critical. But Neff, like, looking at the game right now, leading up from last year, the last flight test, I've seen some nice screenshots as well, and the game is looking really sharp and polished. How does it, like, as a Halo fan, as of right now, is it looking promising to you? Are you happy with it as of right now?
I'm very happy with the game. So the game looks crisp. It looks clean. I know people will be like trying to compare it to like really high up their games, and it's not as graphically impressive as other certain games. I give you that.
Yeah.
But also, a lot of those games aren't running 120 frames. Like you have to put that in there too. So it looks much better than Splitgate. I see somebody trying to say Splitgate looks better. It looks much better than Godfall. Okay, but apparently that's a very impressive game. So if you're impressed by those games, then you're capping saying Halo doesn't look impressive. Just my opinion there. I'm very happy with the art style. I really like the direction Halo is going. I'm upset. I'm not happy with the way the game's launching. No co-op, no Forge, and other little missing features. I prefer the traditional XP level up system opposed to just challenges. That's my personal opinion on it. Yeah. But overall, I'm happy with the game. I'm definitely playing day one. I'm definitely playing in a few hours when it becomes available. Like, I'm still excited to play the game. Like, even with all this negative news, I'm still looking forward to it.
Yeah, it wasn't, man. It's a massive game. Halo's coming, like, this year's. It's coming on a platform. Well, it's first of all, free to play. This is the first time it's going free to play, and it's going to be on PC. Like, you managed to play a bit just recently.
Yeah.
What's your take on that? I seen a lot. I wish Joe Hansel was here because he was saying something like, "What's going on, Jigga J? What's good? Paul G, what's good?" He was saying that as soon as I played Halo Infinite, like even though that was a bot test, he goes, "I deleted Halo 5 because I can't believe how much different, like how good it feels comparing to the old Halo." So we played Halo 3. We were playing it, me, you, and Neff.
Which we need to continue soon.
I know we're definitely going to continue it, definitely. But I know that's a campaign. But how does it feel playing Halo Infinite, bro? And it's coming out in 2-3 months.
It felt good, man. It felt very smooth. Like Neff said, I can't wait to play PvP. But the bots were actually I started off playing on Marine and I was absolutely destroying them. So I went to I think it's ODST. And that was more of a challenge. But the gameplay is smooth, man. I actually like the grappling hook. It's pretty solid, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. But I know this, Sean, when this game drops, ponies, Xbox guys, PC guys, everybody but Nintendo people will be playing Halo Infinite. I'm telling you, watch what I tell you. You're going to see the biggest ponies in the community playing Halo Infinite.
I gotta do my analysis, Dirt.
Yeah. Because, hey, man, Neff,
so-and-so lied about it.
Right. Hey, Neff, let me ask you this. Now, the multiplayer, is that Slipspace engine also?
Yeah, so the game is founded on the Slipspace engine, which is really taking the original Blam engine, or the Bungie engine, you can call it that, breaking it down to just its bare minimum, just its core, and then just rebuilding the engine from there. So, it's like moving from, let's say, Unreal 3 to Unreal 4, Unreal 5. Okay. So technically, you could argue Unreal is still just Unreal, sure, but there's very different engines.
Okay, see, I asked that because it feels like Halo, bro. It feels so good. It feels smooth, and I was like, "Wow, is this?"
It's the combination of the engine, and I just think the gameplay, themes, the gameplay ideas that went into this game. It just imbues everything that is Halo. Like when you play Halo 4, you play Halo 5. Yeah, they're Halo games, but they almost like have a different feel to them because they're going in different directions. Halo 4 it's like Call of Duty-esque direction. Halo 5 is just that modern, advanced movement direction. But Halo Infinite, it just feels right. It feels like Halo again.
It does. And I would say that the graphics look pretty decent. I mean, it looks pretty good, to be honest. You know, like most
That's multiplayer.
multiplayer games doesn't
That's
look
the
amazing.
multiplayer
But it looks
side
pretty
of
good,
it.
man.
The campaign will look even better.
I think the campaign is going to look really good.
Well, hopefully.
And hey, man, I heard they fixed the fruit.
How to fix
Yes,
the fruit?
they did.
Oh,
Yeah, they
shit.
did.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
there's actually
That's the first thing they worked on after the flight.
yeah.
Yeah, like Pred, did you manage to play the first flight? I know you said you didn't get in for the second time, but like you got in, but you didn't know you playing against Spot. But like,
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, like with the Halo games and that, are you looking forward to Halo Infinite? Regardless what happened last year, the way it was showcased, but the way the game is looking right now, I'm sure you've seen some nice screenshots, obviously gameplay. Some of the weapons as well. A lot of people are loving the sniper, the needler noises changes. Well, apparently, I think Neff was mentioning that. Are you looking forward to it, Pred? Now?
Oh yeah, I
Coming
played
2 months.
the flight originally. So like when it came out a couple of weeks back. So I played it then, and I've loved it. I couldn't put it down. You know, Needler's my favorite gun. So I would always go and grab that one and try and clear the map when I could. But I've not gotten into the bots and stuff and played that yet today. So I'm when we get done this podcast, I'm definitely going to try and hop on and play. I'm not a huge Halo Infinite fan like some of my counterparts on my podcast I'm with, but I'll jump in. I usually play the story first, and I jump in and do some a lot of multiplayer for a while, and it just sucks that the timing of this game coming out is December, and they pushed Battlefield back, and I kind of would like a little gap between the two because Battlefield's my shit too. So it's just like, man, they're dumping all these shooters at us at one time. I feel like I'm not going to get enough time to, I don't like flip-flopping back and forth like that. Like I usually just stick with one and then I'll pop in and do another one like, a couple of weeks down the road. But I don't think I'm going to be able to put enough time into the game when it comes out, just because Battlefield's going to be out around that time too. So hopefully they'll delay it. But I'm ready. I'm ready to play some Halo, man. I'm ready to play some Halo.
Guess what? We need this guy. Go on, Dirt. Look at this shit.
Oh, hey, Rodimus, you motherfucker. How you doing, my man? Hell yeah, shit. Hey, he said, what dirt? So you saying that the ponies will drop in their 81 Metacritic Pixar game with no NPCs game of the year to play Halo? Hell, that's some funny shit, Rodimus, because they gonna drop all that Kenner, all that bullshit. They gonna be playing Halo with their friends. They might play it with the moms, the Xbox friends. They gonna play that shit. You know why? Because they ain't got no motherfucking multiplayer games to play. The only multiplayer games they play, shit, we all play. COD, Apex, PUBG, Folk Knife. Who gives a fuck about them? Hey, man, shit, Sean. I gotta go, Shan. Motherfucker.
I love
That's the
it,
new
man.
Bond?
That's the new Dirt Loop guy, the Death Loop. The guy he speaks like that's what he speaks like. Cinedex, did he manage to get into the Halo flight today? Did he manage to play it?
Yeah, I did.
What's your impression on it so far?
Bro, it's Chris. I feel like it got any more, like maybe someone more knowledgeable. I feel like it's more crisp than the last movements.
Yeah, I was saying that too.
Yeah, like the multiple, like when you started to sprint, it feels like a little bogged down a little bit. You just started from walking, and now the movement just feels more crisp. The animations flow a bit more, and it's just, yeah, it feels really good. Again, it's only with bots, and I gotta see what's about the bots, bro. Those Spartan, I don't know if anybody else, bro. Those Spartan War bots are OP, man. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I haven't experimented with the current because I did the Spartan bots, last flight, but apparently up to difficulty overall.
Yeah, those guys were jokes last time, but these ones,
yeah,
it's crazy.
So I haven't tried it myself, but I'm looking forward to matchmaking at 1:00. I'm really looking forward to next weekend. I want to play Big Team Battle.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm looking forward to.
Absolutely, yeah. That's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be monster. That like Neff, you were talking about this, and I think You saying the weapons? Was it the needler? You said the sound has changed or something like different.
Yeah, they've already made improvements from the last fight. The Needler, if you played the last fight, it sounds like, I don't know, an SMG. It didn't sound like a Needler, but it already sounds improved, and it sounds like a Needler again, I guess. And yeah, you can already see how they're making quick updates. That was only a month out from last time.
That's good, man. Lad. I think these flight tests are they're necessary, definitely, because regardless what people think, Halo's going to be massive, regardless if it gets a 90 or 80 Metacritic. Because this game is launching on the PC platform as well, xCloud as well, and obviously it's free to play when it comes to the multiplayer. So, Neff, I reckon this is going to be one of the biggest Halos when it comes to the player count. Definite.
Yeah, I mean, it's fully free to play. It's available on most widely because it's on Steam now, day one. It's definitely going to be a successful game, in my opinion. And, you know, I get there's a lot of negative press around Halo Infinite. There's a lot of disappointment with the game. Like, you know, I keep bringing up Forge and co-op, but I'm very disappointed by that. But at the end of the day, you know, the best way to get people to cope with this reality is you give them the game to play. And is the game good? And I think Halo Infinite is very good. So I'm glad, you know, they're releasing these flights. And I don't think this is going to be the last set of flights. I think there's going to be at least one more flight, maybe even two more. I mean, December's still months away. So yeah, I think this is the best thing they could do at this point.
Yeah. About you saying reviewed, the game's going to be played because it's free to play on PC. It's free to play on Xbox. The game is going to be played. It's going to be most watched on Twitch probably for days or even weeks after it launches. The only concern I have about it is not even me, because I could care less about meta. Is we got to see how it reviews well, and will the reviewers take out scores for meta? I mean, not for Forge or
for co-op and all. Yeah, I really do think so.
For me, we've always seen how Xbox games score a little lower, even on PC or the Xbox. Same game scores like 7 points, 8 points lower. So we'll see how it is. You know, people can running with narratives and stuff, but the gameplay is really solid. The maps, even most of the hardcore Halo people who knows more than me about the game, they don't really have any complaints. The only real mystery is the campaign, and we haven't seen any of that yet. So other than that, no complaints for me.
Is there an update for the campaign? Like, I think I've heard something that they might be showing campaign soon. Not soon, but before launch.
I haven't heard anything about that. My personal prediction is you're not going to see anything for the campaign until on November 15th, around there, for the anniversary of 20 years of Halo. And that's probably when they reveal, you know, like new campaign trailer or something, because, you know, the team's just basically in lockdown mode. They're really polishing the game. And, you know, they're doing that for, roughly 3-4 months at this point.
Yeah.
I really don't think you're going to see anything until the game's practically in a finished golden state.
Yeah, that's true. But Joseph Stanton did say that they will show it before the game release, like the campaign.
Yeah, so that November 15th, you know, when they release the console.
Yeah.
I think
that's
before
probably
that.
what they're planning.
I think it's going to be before that. Because what they're really, let's keep it real. Craig is the reason why they're not showing off campaign early. They want to make sure it's closed, as polished as possible. And once the game goes gold, and generally games go gold about 4 to 5 weeks before launch.
Yeah,
so
but the game launches like December.
Yeah. It's probably late November, maybe not late October, early November, around there. They might show some campaign gameplay and have a little event, or they might have an event near the November 15, like you're trying to say.
Yeah. I think it just makes sense. 20 years of Halo. Here's a new look at Halo Infinite story, and, you know, here's a console they can buy with it. By the way, is anybody able to get that console besides me? Like, I know Walmart had them yesterday.
You had that?
Yeah,
No,
bro, I'm still, you know, Neff, I'm still waiting for Best Buy to unlock it, bro. Like for the,
I know, I'm checking
every day.
Coming soon. Oh, YouTube prayer is coming soon. I'm waiting for these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I tried yesterday to get a second one, but I wasn't successful. Maybe the Best Buy, but
me and so far only me and you have got it, Neff. You managed to get the Elite controller as well?
I didn't want it, but I probably could have got it.
I got the controller. Yeah, I got the controller.
You should have got it because it's just a good combination, man. That console, bro. Did you see the queues for the next gen consoles? Because of his Best Buy is getting them in stores, and have you seen the videos, bro? That's crazy, bro.
It's crazy, man.
Still a year later, bro, and people are still struggling to get these consoles, bro.
Yeah, man, they want them, man. Like the PS5 is super popular, but this time around, the Xbox is actually kind of popular too. I still say the PS5 is a little bit more popular, but Xbox is
Yeah,
flying
at
off
least
the
right
shelves just as
now.
well.
Yeah, at
It's
least right now.
definitely more popular, but it's a hell of a turnaround from the Xbox One
Oh my
generation.
god.
You can
Yeah.
definitely find an Xbox One in the store back then.
No problem. No problem.
He must have got a fucking Galaxy Fold or some shit. Yeah, just before we move on to the next topic, what's going on Xcoin? Did you guys see this rumor? I'm not sure. I know they talked. This is about Halo again. 300-man battle team, like battle royale or something, some shit like. Did you see some shit like that, guys?
Yeah,
No.
I heard
Yeah.
the
The
rumors.
rumors.
I'm not sure how credible. I think it came from like Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah. I question if it's credible, to be honest.
That'd be crazy. Imagine imagine if they did. So imagine this is legit. 300 people, bro. How big
Yeah.
of a map that's gonna be, man, or something like that's gonna be insane, man. If that is legit down the road or something, because we know they're coming with seasons that like, like when's the first update coming out? Never is it March or something?
Yeah, so each season's about 3 months, so around March, hopefully we'll finally get a campaign co-op, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. Xcoin, yeah, everybody's gonna be on it now, and obviously in an hour or two, the rest will be on it as well. Anonymous got the Surface Duo 2. You fucking Xbot. What's going on?
But
You fucking bot.
Yeah, how much is that,
Really?
man?
Talk that
Crazy.
shit. Really? That motherfucker Sue, that piece of shit. Every time he's doing a fucking podcast, he's always in the fucking club's toilets or some shit on his dog shit iPhone. No cap.
yeah.
I'm not lying, Neff. I'm not fucking lying.
No,
No, you're
lying.
not.
But anyway, let's move on. Look, the Halo, man. Halo's gonna kill it. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to fucking play as well, and the flight test as well. We'll move on, and I'm sure someone. Oh shit, Susan! Oh shit!
Oh shit,
Oh
man.
shit! I
Yo.
knew your punk ass was in the chat. You piece of shit! I knew
You
it,
piece of shit.
motherfucker. Pull up. What's wrong with you? Don't be a bitch. Pull up. If you want to talk that shit, pull up. Pussy. Let's move on to this other shit, bro. This is a fucking pony topic. So, Paul G, hit that like button, you piece of shit. Last of Us, guys. Have you heard about it? They're working on an expansion, according to this person. That this expansion will feature the faction mode, the multiplayer mode, a brand new chapter of You had a crush on Abby, didn't you? To say it, bro.
No.
Are you sure, bro? You
Yeah.
said you loved Abby and the sex scene.
No, I'm pretty sure that was Johanzo.
Oh man.
I think the real person cute though.
Listen. Forget the real person. You know they spent 2,000 developers on that sex scene, bro. You know you liked it. Anyway, we're gonna move along. They said a brand new chapter for Abby and a battle royale mode as well, apparently. But what do you reckon? Obviously, we played Last of Us. We completed it in the weekend. It was a good game. It wasn't better than the first one. Technical masterpiece, but we've been hearing about factions. A lot of people are saying factions is going to be coming. Is it possible? Would you be excited for the Abby expansion story as well?
I felt Abby stories like should have been an expansion any damn way. Hey, Neff,
shit.
man, mute your keyboard. I'm sorry.
Well,
mute your
I
mic
was just
while you
looking
type
at
on your keyboard.
when is Outbreak Day, because apparently that news is going to be in 2 days.
Outbreak Day.
Yeah, that's like, Last of Us Outbreak Day.
Oh shit.
So that's a rumor when they're going to announce all this. So in 2 days, you think they're going to announce all that?
On Monday? Well, we'll see. But back to your question, Sean. I believe actually the Last of Us 1 factions was it was a different type of multiplayer game. It wasn't fast paced. It was a little bit more stealth in there. I thought it was okay. It was okay. So I'm ready to see it. I know the opponents are ready to see this factions game. But if they're going to add all this other stuff, I kind of believe that, Sean, because we know Sony is kind of doing things a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
They're investing in more multiplayer stuff. They like a few of the teams they bought, they bought Nexus, who focused on PC, porting console games to PC. So they're realizing they're leaving a lot of money on the table. You don't think Sony realized what COD is doing, what Fortnite is doing, all those games, all those multiplayer games are doing? They got to get in there, man. And so I totally believe a lot of what you said. If it's going to have a battle royale, who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised by it. I think it's
I
just
wouldn't
clear.
be surprised if it's on PC day one.
But hey, there you go, bro.
Yeah, it
Sony
could be
is
actually.
they know what they're doing. They're making great money. They're selling great, but at the same time, they're like, wow, there's still a lot of money that we
Is
need to
the
be
game
making.
gonna be free to play though, like the multiplayer portion?
Nah, no way. $70,
No.
bro. $70.
Oh, it's gonna be a $10. First of all, they're
It's
gonna
gonna be the
charge you
director's cut?
$10.
Absolutely. We're director's
first
cut.
of-
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, they're gonna charge you $10 for the upgrade. Then they charge you. Oh, if I do the chapter, the expansion DLC, that's fine. You pay $20-$30 for that. I'm not sure about the battle royale because, like Neff, you remember when you come in towards the end of the game, it kind of be open, doesn't it? Do you remember that part? They're talking about just
Yeah.
before the ending. So that area was open when you're leading up to the end. So they kind of hinting of that might be a battle royale area. But Neff, like you completed the game. I know you didn't like the first one as much as the second one, I believe.
Yeah.
Are you excited for like factions and a brand new chapter of Abby? Did you like Abby?
I did like Abby. I wanted her dead in the beginning, obviously, but then you get her backstory and you kind of understand her perspective. I'm looking forward to that portion of the DLC if that is true, and it probably is. As for the multiplayer, I do like factions. The first one, not the best thing out there. I'd much rather play another shooter such as Gears, but I would certainly play Last of Us Part 2 factions to try it out. It'd be interesting if there really is a battle royale. It's possible, I guess. And I'm thinking to my prior questions. If that multiplayer portion is free to play, and let's say it goes to PC day one, which makes a lot of sense, imagine like the reaction. So like they made PlayStation users wait for this multiplayer, and now it's available day one on PC, and they also don't even have to pay for it.
Bro, I'll be laughing. I'll be laughing at you, motherfucking ponies. I can't wait. I wonder if you do Twitter Spaces then. I wonder if you do a Twitter Space if that does happen. Because listen, when it comes to multiplayer games, like Nev, you
Maybe
talk
that's for
about
Jim
like,
Ryan's head again.
Yeah, definitely. They say you should get rid of him. But when it comes to multiplayer games, microtransactions, bro, they make a killing for these games. Maybe with factions, they might go that route. They might literally go that route, go full open, and put it out there for the people.
But Sean, would they complain about the game being a service then? Like, because all those are evil, right?
Of course not.
Talk that shit, Neff.
Yeah,
Only
we
when-
saying,
only when it
like-
happens on the Microsoft side.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's free to play and the game is a service for that portion.
It could be, but like I think what's going to happen, or a possibility, is they could go like, you remember how Spider-Man had their like DLC with the remaster that was like $70 that included Miles Morales, included the remaster. So they could have like a remaster, well, like a director's cut for Last of Us 2, maybe an expansion, maybe throw in the multiplayer in there as well, maybe a free-to-play multiplayer. But there's no doubt they're going to try to charge you for Last of Us 2 again. Like, there is a reason why. Because remember back in July of last year, they could have like delayed, because they had Ghost of Tsushima and The Last of Us in the same window. They could have delayed one of them and had them be a launch title for the PS5. But there's reasons why there's not a PS5. I don't think there's a PS5 upgrade for Last of Us 2. You guys will correct me or not. Is there? Like an update? Or
There's
not?
like a 60 frames per second.
Did the PS4 Pro have a performance mode, Neff?
Did what have a performance mode?
The Last of Us had a performance mode on the PS4 Pro.
No, it was just 30.
Oh, okay. So yeah, like it might be free to play, but I think it's definitely going to be on PC day one, no matter what.
Yo, Rodimus, bro, that's your fucking boy. You love to go at them.
Yeah.
Listen, I was disappointed. I woke up in the morning with this perfect dark news. I woke up. Guess who I seen? Who in these Twitter spaces? I seen my fucking boy Jungle fucking Grapes Johansson in the Twitter space, and then only to find out this black motherfucker Dirk Griggity was in them Twitter spaces as well. You piece of
Hey,
shit.
listen, I'm gonna tell you why I was in there. One, it was Pear's Twitter space, and Aaron Greenberg was in there. I wanted to hear, to see, like what they were talking about. I was in there about 5 minutes. It was a good discussion. Then I left. Yeah, I see my
Bro.
boy Legal. That's starting to be legal thing, man. You starting to go live a lot.
Yo, shout out to New Deegan. I think he was doing a Twitter space for about 5 hours. Shout out to that dude.
Yeah, he's doing it right now. That's why A. Rodman said it. Yeah.
Yeah, like Pred, are you a fan of the Last of Us games?
No.
No.
I'm
Did
sick.
you-
I'm so sick of hearing about this damn factions, man. They've been talking about this shit for 2 years now. Like, release this shit and shut the fuck up. You know, like,
Yeah, Predator, you're right. Factions can wait. We need leaderboards and Halo stats.
that's right. Like, fuck, man. Like, I thought Factions was supposed to come out this past summer, right?
Yep.
At least that's what I remember hearing. And then, you know, it just, at this point, just release another Last of Us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even care about Factions for The Last of Us 2. And, you know, I think they'll probably do it. If they're going to release it, they'll probably release it in conjunction with bringing the game to PC. You know, and they'll charge PC gamers another $60-$70 for it, and Factions will be included with it or free to play or something. I have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
How are people okay waiting for an entire portion of the game? Multiplayer is an entire portion of the game over a year later. Like, let's say they do announce it in 2 days, and it's a good chance they're teasing it. But like, nobody really was complaining at all this whole time.
No, they were like, I want to backtrack. There were some people who were complaining, but at the end of the day,
but like
complaining for one of them when the game came out. Like, they didn't complain afterward.
They weren't complaining about it the same way people were complaining about Halo missing features.
Yeah, Halo missing a fucking leaderboard. Like, my God.
But you know how it is,
crucial.
man. Those type of people, they cap all the time. They don't keep the same energy. It is what it is.
Hey, Neff. Hey, remember? Halo Infinite RIP. Remember that Twitter Spaces after they said, you know, they were delaying the co-op campaign. Oh
yeah,
my God.
And I can even get behind that a bit because, you know, I'm really disappointed by that stuff. But like man, let's nitpick about leaderboards. But that Last of Us faction, that's cool. It's over. It's like a year and a half later. But whatever.
Right.
I mean, is they even going to launch this year? I mean, they might announce it in 2 days, but are they going to even launch this year?
I doubt it.
No idea, bro. Listen.
Yeah, that shit might be spring.
Listen, what's going on, Mike Laddie? When you got games like Call of Duty, Battlefield still keeps its day, Halo Infinite, bro. Do you really believe Faction's gonna come across them games, bro?
No.
Is it fucks? They'll delay that bitch till the end of fucking next. They'll keep that shit in the pocket, bro. And when that shit launches, you know, Pony's gonna pay. They'll pay whatever for that. They will pay for that multiplayer. I'm telling you right now. If that was a separate, oh shit, what's going on, Darkness?
Oh man.
They will pay. They will pay for that multiplayer, bro. DLC is fine. We understand you pay for DLC, but Sue, are you there, bro? Sue's disappeared, man. Piece of shit. I told you.
Piece of shit.
You piece of shit, pussy. Where the fuck are you? You come in here and want to talk that shit. You're on mute like a bitch.
Then leaves.
No, but look, Last of Us, man. Neff, you did like the Last of Us 2. You actually enjoyed that. You enjoyed that game, didn't you?
I did.
So, Factions. Did you ever play Factions on, you know, the first one?
Yeah, I played a little bit of it. Like, I didn't play it on my account because, like, I was pretty young when it came out.
Yeah.
I played on my friend's PS3 when he had it. And, you know, it's cool. It's not the best shooter out there or anything like that, but it's cool, and I certainly think they can improve a lot with the second one. So I'm certainly going to try it out of curiosity, but I'm not going to say I'm really looking forward to it. You know, it's not probably my cup of tea, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a
But
slow,
they could
it's
prove
a
me
slow
wrong.
multiplayer game.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I thought
Sue-
it was pretty good. But it's slow. It's definitely not Halo or COD or anything like that. It was original.
Yeah, Sue, are you? Come on, bro. Talk that shit, Sue. That's what happens when you have a dog shit iPhone. Yo, Pred. You best know. I know for a fact you got a Samsung or some shit, haven't you?
Yeah, I do.
I knew it. That's what you call a real G, Neff. That's what you call a fucking real G.
Yeah, what is this? The Note?
Do you
I don't
have
know
a
what this
Do you
is.
have a Samsung, bro, or Android?
Yes, I have a S20. sorry,
Cinedex. Do you have a fucking Android, bro?
I know Samsung.
Yeah, same
Yeah,
shit, bro.
Samsung.
Neff, you piece of shit. I told you, bro. iPhone.
God
is
damn it,
dog
so you're
shit.
making me look bad out here.
Sue's a pussy. But look, guys, The Last of Us and that, I expect the Factions to come. We expect some sort of DLC because Abby, that story for Abby, that was quite long. That was like 9 hours long or something, 8 hours long.
Yeah.
So to definitely have it, yeah, Mike Larry, no ultra, go for it, bro, man. So
That's a phone my
Factions,
wife got. Yeah.
listen, you ponies, when that shit comes out, you bet we're gonna take the piss out of that game. We're gonna compare it to the Halos. We're gonna look for the downgrades, like you motherfuckers are looking for the downgrades in Forza Horizon 5. You're dead. Have you seen this shit about Forza Horizon 5? saying it's downgraded. Look at this shit.
Yeah, I saw it. And you know what? I get it because Xbox guys said stupid shit like that too.
Them are the flip floppers. Let's talk about the flip floppers once again. Back in the 2016, 2017, Neff, you've been on the show with these flip floppers that talk shit about the Spider-Man Puddlegate. Pred, you know people as well, but like Neff, do you remember that time when they talked about Spider-Man
Puddlegate? That was really bad. That did not age well either.
So Forza Horizon 5, Neff, would you say that's probably one of the best looking car games right now?
Absolutely, without a doubt. I think Forza Horizon 5 looks, at least right now, looks better than Gran Turismo, the new one coming out. And that could easily change, but I find that impressive if Forza Horizon 5 can keep that while being open world. You know, Gran Turismo just isn't.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of people putting out pictures out there saying from June when they first showed it's got a downgrade. That game looks beautiful, man. Like, even the demo, like, producing Forza Horizon 5.
Oh yeah,
Incredible showcase. That was the showcase of Xbox E3, in my opinion. And what they're doing, they got so much confidence in that game. Shout out to Playground Games, first of all. They obviously making Fable as well. But they do episodes weekly showing off the games, the world, the environment, the campaign, the cars, you name it. Looking at Forza Horizon 5, and people out there saying it's a downgrade. I understand why they're doing it because this is the pony logic, and they're doing what they did, what the old flip floppers did back in the days. Do you agree with these ponies that Forza Horizon 5 looks downgraded?
see, the thing is, they don't know what it feels like to have a first party racer because they haven't had one in God knows how long. So they're just gonna talk that shit about a game they know they're not gonna play. But here's the thing: let's say these same people, if they have an opportunity to play this on PC with, with Game Pass, whatever, they're gonna play the fuck out of this game, until they get it. The thing is, they're afraid. Right? They see a good looking game, and like Microsoft is not allowed to have games that look good. So let's just run our mouths and talk shit about the game, knowing damn well it's gonna be a good game. And when the game drops, everybody's gonna be playing it. Everybody's gonna put the screenshots up, and it's gonna fill up their entire Twitter feed. So right now they're trying to get ahead of that shit by talking as much trash about it as they can. But we all know Halo, fucking Forza. I'm really talking about Forza, but Halo too. Any game Microsoft comes out with, we're all gonna support it. We're gonna post our screenshots. We're gonna post gameplay. It's gonna be all over our Twitter feeds when those games come out. And these people talking shit are just mad because they're not playing it.
Did you see that, like, Cinedex, I'll go to you, bro. Did you see that when they were showing the overview in GT7, did you see the physics, the gross physics, it looked nasty, didn't it?
Oh, it looked like complete trash. I'm keeping the buck, bro.
I'll be honest with you. Sorry, bro, go for it.
No. The thing is, because I'm on Twitter a lot these days, and I can see the arguments. If, like, what they do is they'll take like the one person talking about Forza being downgraded. That was literally from like the Xbox, I think, one version of the game on YouTube, like compressed and everything. And he got like completely. These people, like, you have to be honest. These people just try to bait, try to make a narrative, try to get people mad and angry, and try to respond to them. That's what they want to do. And like GT, like literally that game, like I'm not even a racer fan. Like that game does not look good. I'm pretty sure Forza Horizon like 3 or even Forza like 7 or 6 or even looks better than that game, at least at its current state. It might get delayed again. So yeah.
Hey Sean, you piece of shit.
You lose them.
Oh shit!
You might lost him.
Hey, Sean be stealing internet from his neighbors, so maybe they.
Oh man,
they unplugged the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I used to try to do that back in the day, man. I actually got successful a couple times.
Oh man, that's crazy. Well, anyway, I forgot what we was talking about. What was we talking about?
Forza looking like shit.
Yeah, Forza. Hey, I'm gonna be honest, man. Sometimes in this console war, the fanboys.
I had myself on mute.
The fuck wrong with you?
I'm talking shit about you. Carry on, bro.
No, I was saying the console war, like we talked about at the beginning of this topic, the puddle gate, how so many games look downgraded and shit like that. That's what happens. It goes back and forth. Hell, ponies even try to run with a game that's not finished, like, Halo Infinite, Redfall. They was posting shit from Redfall. and then they ignoring Gran Turismo. They're just ignoring how bad that shit looks. That shit look like Outrun. Like
Oh shit.
Sega,
Sega.
80s.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, but I think, Forza Shine, I believe you said it. Forza, what was the last Forza? I'm sorry, not Forza. Gran Turismo game that got over 85. Was it like on the PS2 generation? Someone said
PS2 generation, I believe.
Yeah,
Or maybe
that game gonna be dog shit.
the problem with GT7, I love the first 2 GT games back in the days with the PlayStation, and
but they were incredible back on the PS1.
incredible games, so many cars in there. What you could do in them games were crazy. But like, the last GT Sport got a 75 Metacritic. Regardless, after that, like they put more content in it, got better. GT7 right now, the environment looks like dog shit in my opinion. I reckon the cars and all that bullshit doesn't look beautiful. The car details will look nice and great, but just the environment overall on that game will look like dog shit, and it's looking like dog shit. Let me get Sue. Sue keeps coming in, bro. Yo, Sue, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro. What's up?
Nah, I don't know. I think my something was updating in the background on my
Hey, don't blame the iPhone, goddammit. I don't need them to talk shit.
I'm on my tablet. I'm not even on my iPhone.
Oh, okay. We can talk shit about the tablet. That's fine.
Okay.
Nah, but what's going on? What I missed?
One second, let me get Falk here because I was talking shit about iPhone and Xiaomi.
The fuck is Xiaomi?
They're the top fucking 5 market leaders.
Xiaomi
UK.
So they make a whole bunch of dog shit phones for 4 people. So that's why they're popular. I think they're the number one. Like I think they beat out Samsung now.
No, they beat everyone. Listen.
Yeah, of course. There's more Honda Civics in the world than Teslas.
Listen, your Apple. This is turning into. We're gonna do this for 1 minute, then we'll switch it back to gaming. The Apple just about got 120 hertz screen just right now, bro. I got 120 hertz on my 2018 phone.
Yeah.
Come on,
bro. But here's the thing: Apple is smarter because your phone battery gonna die. Ours is not always 120. It's only 120.
Did you say something about Apple and battery die in the same sentence?
Let me put on my cap.
Hold on. Did you not watch the fucking show?
No, I ain't watched that shit. Why would I watch that?
Okay, 1 second, guys.
They said the 13 Pro Max, this is the best battery ever. Stop it.
Facts.
No, listen. How fast is it charged? That's
not the point here.
No, listen.
First of all, the milliamps. What is the milliamps in that phone? Apple iPhone.
You talking about the charger?
No, the battery in there. What's the capacity? The milliamps.
I don't know.
3,000 probably. 3,500.
Nah, these ones are 20. These ones are bigger than last year's.
So
it said from last year to this year, you're gonna get like 2 hours more.
Listen, does the Apple iPhone 13 charge in 17 minutes?
No, because they're trying to preserve the
Fuck
battery.
up, then let's move along. Xiaomi does that, bro. Xiaomi does that in 17 minutes.
They're not worried about your
5,000 milliamp
you know why?
battery, bro.
You know why? You know why?
5,000 milliamp
if your battery dies in a year and a half, it's not gonna matter because Google must. There's no more software updates for you anyway.
A year and a half anyway. So no fucking matter.
The software updates is done. The phone is gonna be supported.
Talk that shit. Talk that shit. Anyway, MJ Hernandez, they all agree with us. You left and Sue, you've been outgunned.
You know what's crazy? I was just having this argument with my IGDM people, and we beat them Android dudes down to the point where he started crying. And he told the story. We told the story. He was going back and forth. So he said, "Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Bitches don't fuck with dudes with Androids." He said, "Man, fuck that. Man, fuck that. I got a story to tell."
Listen, you're not even married. You're not even got kids. Who the fuck is fucking you, bro?
Oh man.
Hold on. First of all, that's why you got.
Wait a minute. I ain't never heard no shit like that.
First of all,
chicks don't fuck with dudes with Androids. What the hell?
Dirt. How many doors you got?
Oh man.
4.
How many have Androids?
They're young,
exactly.
Kids like Apple phones, bro. The kids love that shit. I'm a grown up. I'm a grown man. I got an Android.
First of all,
I need to divert.
I've heard of
That's it. Let's stop it. It's okay.
Okay, fine.
Let's get back. What were we talking about? Forza. Now, Sue, we've seen the Forza people talking about downgrade. What's going on with that, bro, man?
Yeah.
What do you have to say?
Yeah, listen. The Forza people wasn't talking about downgrade. It was the detractors that were talking about downgrade. And like they legit went to a video of an IGN stream of somebody else streaming and was like, yeah, it looks crazy. It doesn't look the same. I said, are you serious? So a compressed video of a compressed video being streamed on YouTube through another compressed video. And then he said, well, look at the 30 minutes of stills. I said, they said shot in 4K. If you go to the options, there is no 4K option. I said, first of all, even if this was 1080p, it still looks gorgeous. It doesn't look as crisp because it's not in 4K, but the actual picture quality still looks great. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
are you talking about like the IGN video?
There was two of them. There was the IGN video of them playing it, and then there was a 30-minute Sounds of Nature one. So yeah, they're trying to run with that. Yeah. And I'm like, are you like what? Y'all worried about the wrong things. Like this game looks the same minus the clarity because it's on a 1080p stream and through YouTube. No HDR, no like you don't get all the goodies until you actually have the game. But even the one they showed at E3, that game is the game. Like it'd be different if Xbox had a history of downgrades like some other companies. But Forza Horizon has never done that to you. So why do you expect that from them now?
Look, just let them die on that hill. When the game comes out, they'll all take their L's. Look, I don't know what it is with IGN, but they have like the worst recording like device ever. Like that shit always looks ass. I don't know what the fuck it is.
To be fair, most recording like streaming software doesn't do 4K 60. Like most of them,
yeah, but it looks crisper than that 1080 thing they do. Yeah. They compress their videos to hell.
But Sapo, she said the same thing. Videos to the lowest quality.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, terrible.
But the fact that like they went to that to say the game was downgraded, it's like hold on. and then at that they had the Sounds of Nature. He said, oh, if you take a screenshot of this, it doesn't look real. I said, hold on, wait. Y'all was trying to say because it doesn't look photorealistic, like to the point where you're deceived with the screenshot that is all of a sudden trash looking. All we said was when we first saw them showing the game off, it looked real until you saw a car come flying the fuck by. You said, oh shit, this is the game? Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. I thought it was just showing us pictures of the backgrounds.
People talking shit about like Playground and Forza Horizons, like people who talk shit about like Naughty Dog and whatever game they're working on.
Yeah.
Like you can take like a crappy screenshot, you can take a crappy video that wasn't compressed that well, but it's just not going to age well. When the game comes out, the thing's going to be fucking beautiful.
You know what didn't age well? GT already looked dog shit. That didn't start well. It's about age well. That ain't start well.
Talk that shit, Sue. Listen.
That's why they mad because GT is supposed to be their king. Halo, Forza over here shitting on it, so they trying to bring them back to the pack. No, we left y'all.
It was funny, don't it, with all the GT with ray tracing, bro. That soon dropped off.
Oh yeah, that part. Yeah, they was trying to make fun of Halo not having ray tracing. Come to find out, y'all punk asses don't got ray tracing and y'all ugly.
Right.
No, that was no. We everybody was talking a little bit of shit about Forza not having ray tracing in the gameplay for this Horizon, but the GT doesn't have it either.
That's not even a topic of discussion anymore now.
So many receipts.
Hey. But I will admit, somebody had a very good clause there. He says, well, it isn't full RDNA 2. Like, okay, I give you that one.
But that's a good one. They was like, oh, GT look real. Powered SSD. The graphics, the frames. They had pop-in on the car lights. What? Yeah, first of all, this SSD stuff, you gotta stop. They out here doing tests with Gen 3 SSDs and super slow Gen 4 SSDs on Ratchet and Clank is working fine. Like, listen, Sony kind of shot itself in the foot, spending all the extra money on a super fast SSD that has no real world benefits. because we've seen Xbox Gen 3 SSDs beat it in loading times in several games where it shouldn't be competition. But I digress.
Yeah, definitely. Like when it comes to Horizon 5, I always like nephew see me put bets out there. Betters, these guys love talking about Metacritic. I'll go bet me that if GT7 will beat Forza Horizon 5.
Nobody will take that.
They won't do it.
They'll never do it. I've done it on. I think I've done it on WBG and I've done it on this show as well. If you really believe GT7 is going to be the shit, it's going to be one of the best games. Let's bet. Let's take a bet with Forza Horizon. You took the piss out of Forza Horizon for not having ray tracing in real time gameplay. It happened to yourself with GT7. Let's put a bet. But none of these guys step up. What did they do now? To go to sales.
Yeah.
When all else failed. I mean, I'll admit, I think the GT brand is overall still bigger than Forza, even though Forza is rising a lot with Horizon. But if we're talking about quality, then Horizon just has it. Forza in general just has a beat.
Yeah, the last GT got like a 75, something like that.
And but we complain about Motorsport doing like an 87 or an 85.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. Like their last cap is, it's a real sim. It's a real sim than Motorsport. You can get your real driver's license through the academy or what, I don't know what the fuck it is to say. Fine, it's more realistic. It's still a trash game because it's car simulator. Is that what you want? Car simulator. All right, well,
let's break this down.
It's a bad car simulator.
Let's break this down. That game, I think what's the schedule for? I think March. GT7, right?
22nd of March, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably gonna delay. The game looks trash. Give it one. If it gets delayed anymore, bro, if they show out Forza Motorsport, the next one, bro, that's fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be E3 next year.
Hey, remember,
Forza
Motorsport is next gen only.
Bro, that game.
But have they shown GT in actual real world, not just to replay shit? Because you know how they do with photo
really
No, they've been choosing replays.
Yeah, you know they finesse you. They always do shit in photo mode, acting like that's how the game really look. That's post processing. You do the replay mode. It's have a whole bunch of pretty coats layered on. I want to see the real game being played in real life.
They did the same thing with sport.
Ray tracing.
a lot of the gameplay you see for sports were replays.
Yeah. So anybody hating on Forza? You're reaching, brother, and if it's the hill you want to die on, this is one of the worst hills. Like you could pick at Halo, you could pick at some other stuff. Forza is a tried and true brand, or at least Horizon especially is a tried and true brand.
No, even Motorsport, like it's still it's still a low 80 is like 85 is like the lowest.
But no, that was more so of how the game I guess started out with the microtransactions. It wasn't even the game. It was more so the microtransactions that knocked it for the score, and they ended up fixing, a lot of that.
But even that, what was it, like 87, 85?
87, I think. 87.
Yeah, like it's still higher than what you do at best.
Yeah, so even with the gripes, it was still a better game than fucking GT.
Yeah, bro, man. Like, I don't know what to say, but we'll move around from the GT and Forza shit.
Because that's my game. I'm the one that talks shit about Forza. I got weeks in Forza. I got a special edition controller, pre-order, all that shit. So if you want to talk shit about Forza, I'm coming for you.
That's right, Sue. Tell her ass. Sue.
Yeah, straight like that.
Shit.
That controller's fire. Did you manage to get that limited edition one, Sue?
Yeah, I got it.
Shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I managed to get that shit as well, bro. But we'll move on to one more, then we'll close you off. Pred, have you ever played Detroit Becomes Human?
No, I tried it out and it wasn't for me, man. I can't get in those kind of games.
Would you say that? But regardless if you're not into them games, would you say that it's like the quality is there?
Visually, hell yeah,
vision quality.
Yeah.
So what's the latest rumor is that we know like Sony's gonna be making the remake of the Knights of the Old Republic, but now they're saying that this studio Quantic Dream is gonna be making a Star Wars game, but it's gonna be more action based instead of the prompts. Is this something that you look forward to from this team expanding? Instead of making these like Telltale games like the big like the more better versions, they're gonna kind of open it up, make it more action based. Is that something you looking forward to from the studio?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind playing something like that. How many fucking Star Wars games are we gonna have though?
Disney's letting the properties out, bro. Indiana Jones, Star Wars, the fucking Avenger games, Marvel games.
I mean, the EA license ran out, so you know they floodgates is open.
Yeah, we pimping this shit out to everybody.
They said you made 2 games in 10 years. God damn it! Three games in 10 years.
Now we got like 10 games in 2 years, right? Cause I loved the one that what was the Star Wars that came out recently?
Fallen Order.
Was that
Fallen Order?
Yeah, Fallen Order was great. That was my game.
Yeah, it was dope. Your game was dope.
That was a good game.
Because of Respawn.
Respawn, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to seeing that one. But like, I mean, that universe is so big. I mean, every fucking company out there can make a game, and they're all going to be different, you know. So, I wouldn't mind Quantic Dreams. The game that last game they made looked really good. I just wish it had more action in it, you know. So if they can combine the looks of that game into something a little bit more fast paced, more action, I'd be all for that shit. Especially if the story's good.
Man, I'm only interested in it if it's a Mandalorian game. That's all I want. I don't care about lightsabers. I don't care about the Force. I want to play as Mando in some kind of adventure, or even my own like created character, Mandalorian, character with my own, clan or whatever. I don't know, something. I just want to be in that particular section and time frame because I'm a big fan of Mandalorian, and yeah, I want something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I want Quantum Dream to work on that though, but I think it would work well with light and dark side. The choices you would make, that would be really cool with Quantum Dream.
That's like kind of Jedi. KOTOR type stuff.
Yeah.
I would say like that Detroit Becomes Human. I'm pretty sure you said you.
Oh yeah, I beat it.
That's a great story in that game.
Yeah.
The story in that is great, and obviously they're saying they're gonna kind of open it with the gameplay mechanics as well. A Star Wars game, if they can keep the same fidelity and the story as well, and open up the gameplay, I reckon these guys could have something special when it comes to the Star Wars game. Would you agree with that, bro?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, when you're making those key choices or whatever, that you go down the dark side, the light side, and seeing like the outcomes because they're really cool at that, and they have like hundreds of possibilities. I really do think it's gonna be a very good game if they put their full time into it, which they probably will. And I'm looking forward to it, honestly.
Yeah, it's good to see that Disney's basically putting all the IPs out there, even though
no more of an exclusive deal. Like that was a horrible mistake they made.
I think that's one of the biggest.
Too bad NFL don't listen to that.
Right.
Yeah, like it's the same. Like we know, like we've seen so many games going out there, from the Marvel games to the Avatar game. Now, this studio, I know you love Detroit Becomes Human. Even though I think you got the dog shit ending. You fucked up on that. I know that.
Yeah, everybody died from me.
Oh shit! Come on, Neff.
like they made it across, and the two little girl or whatever.
I made it all the way, bro.
No, they made it to Canada and died.
Marcus died. Oh yeah.
They made it to Canada and died.
Oh shit! But honestly, we know this is a great game. This studio, Heavy Rain, great stories. Obviously, Detroit Becomes Human, probably the best one they did to this day.
Yeah.
Now they're making a Star Wars game, man. Is this like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order? That was a dope game. Besides that mapping system, it was a dope game.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon this studio can do something special if they open up with the gameplay as well. What do you think?
Yeah, man. They have great graphics, great stories. Now the gameplay it is like a movie, Telltale type of games, but I'm curious to see if they can do an action game because they haven't done one yet. You know, they haven't, like their first game was Indigo Prophecy on the Xbox and PS2. Then we had the Heavy Rain or whatever. Unless I'm missing one. So I'm curious to see if they can do that type of game. But
I'm curious on what they've been doing for the past 3-4 years.
Oh, you say what, Sue?
I'm curious on what they've been doing the past 3-4 years.
Yeah, because like Detroit came out in 2018, so it should be soon that they're going to show their next game. And remember, it's not going to be PlayStation exclusive anymore because Xbox. I thought Xbox dropped the ball on Quantic Dream because Heavy Rain could have been an Xbox exclusive. They went to Microsoft first, and Microsoft turned it down because the little boy got kidnapped, and they didn't want to do the game, so they went to Sony, and Sony said yeah. And remember, they made like 3 straight PlayStation exclusives.
Man, I hate the last regime of Xbox. They turned down a whole bunch of bangers that they could have had locked down.
Bro.
Opportunities for games that were just up in the air. Like I just watched a whole bunch of Bayonetta footage, and I'm like, Nintendo was your savior. Like what was failed back then?
Yeah, exactly. It was a different Xbox back then, but I mean, it's like it was so many games that they didn't, like you said, so they turned down. And Quantic Dream game, Heavy Rain in particular and that game was amazing. That game was absolutely amazing, and they turned it down, and PlayStation picked it up. So
Destiny.
Oh man, don't even talk about that. Bungie said, "Yo, we want to make Destiny." Xbox was like, "No,
get out of here. We own you. Here. You won't be free. Go. Get out of here."
So like, okay.
And then Bungie went and made a new $1 billion franchise, and like, God damn it.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that's Donnie D. Hey, that's Donnie D. Though. People love Donnie D.
Don't they get back together now?
Right. People love Donnie D. Though. No, that guy was a piece of shit, man. But anyway, I'm sorry, Sean. I got off track.
No, it's bang on. I love it when the conversation happened. At Donnie D, bro, he's not it, bro. I know Phil says this and that. Like people say Phil's not it. What Phil has done right now, bro, none of these other guys have done that. Straight up.
Exactly.
Straight up. He's put Xbox in the core, a pillar in Microsoft right now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
No one's done that. Regardless how successful was the 360 generation. No one's done that, bro. And
he's the only exec that's still around. Like all the rest of these dudes been fired or moved along. Downgraded, upgraded, moved, different company.
That dude sold fucking Mass Effect to EA. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Bro. Right, that's it. Hey, now thanks for reminding me. They could have had BioWare, bro.
Yeah. They could have had Respawn. Respawn was doing bad, and they had the Titanfall exclusive. They could have had that locked down.
Well, to be fair, at least Don D locked that shit down. Like that wasn't going to go anywhere. Yeah. I give him that credit, but like, goddamn,
they locked the first one down. They supposed to lock it down as the IP.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro. So many different demands. I don't want to talk about it.
Sometimes I think about that. Do you think Respawn really would have stuck around if Microsoft bought them? Like, I feel like Vince would have left.
It depends on which version. I believe this Xbox.
But even at EA, Xbox, right? Notice that Vince, he doesn't let his games go into that EA access. Like the Crown stuff, he doesn't let him have it. Yeah.
Yeah, see, man, EA gave him power because if it wasn't for Vince Zampella and Respawn, EA, boy, they wouldn't have had shit this generation.
Well, Fallen Order's in EA access.
Yeah, but it wasn't. They didn't give you a trial and shit. Like,
oh no,
and same with Titanfall 2.
They only do it for sports games.
Yeah.
Well, like Battlefield gets a trial and everything.
That's when the Battlefield come out.
I mean, every Battlefield years ago so far.
Yeah, the best believe this Battlefield is probably not gonna get a trial.
Oh, I think it is. I mean, the Battlefield 5 had one.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Vince would agree with Game Pass, honestly.
They made a free to play game. They made a free to play game.
Yeah, that's true.
But like,
I think, but see the thing, I don't know if he agrees with it. But let me ask you guys: if you guys was a developer, you guys was working for Xbox, and they said, "Yo, we have Game Pass." You don't have to worry about your games not selling well. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about a Titanfall 2, right? A great game that didn't sell well. You don't have to worry about that shit. As long as I'm getting my money from Xbox on a consistent basis, I don't give a fuck. And most of these people don't give a damn either. Plus, Xbox is giving these guys carte blanche to do whatever they want to do. Freedom. And so it's like, bro, Ninja Theory said, I think Ninja Theory and Double Fine are two studios that said, because Xbox is giving them creative freedom, that's why they decided to say yes. They decided to say yes, we will join the Xbox Game Studios, and so far what we're hearing, that's what they've been doing. They've been letting people do what they want to do. Hell, like Tim Schafer said in the interview a couple weeks ago, they've been letting them do what they want to do.
You know what the funny thing is? I've listened to a polling podcast whilst I was working, and they said that when it comes to Psychonauts 2, you can't give Xbox credit for that.
Yeah.
And we heard from Tim Schafer himself with that. Was it Adam Sessler with that interview? He said that who's played the Psychonauts here? But Neff, have you played the Psychonauts?
Fuck no.
A little bit. I played a little bit of it.
You said fuck no. Why say that? Why you say fuck no?
I haven't been gaming though. Only when the Halo flight comes around.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Johannes should be here, bro.
Yeah, I'm here. You expect me to wake up early when I've been playing Halo all night? What the fuck is
I don't know,
wrong?
bro. We could talk about
just
Halo.
play a bot match.
I will give you another 10 minutes at the end of Halo, bro. Like with Psychonauts 2, you saying it like I was saying when I watched this, listen to this Pony podcast, they said I can't give credit, but we seen from Tim Schafer, he goes, every boss was cut before Microsoft acquired them. Basically, every boss, maybe besides the last one, was cut.
Was cut, bro.
So what's that saying? If when Microsoft came, they put everything back in. They got Jack Black to sing. So you got to give Microsoft some sort of credit.
Give them some credit, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not even only the bosses. A lot of the voice acting wasn't there either.
Yeah,
so I mentioned that
because they delayed the game about damn near 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, let me tell you something right now.
It was a Kickstarter game too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Kickstarter game. But let me tell you guys this: if Psychonauts would have went out there and put a 68. They would have gave Microsoft full credit, wouldn't they?
Right.
They gave Xbox full credit if that shit would have went out there here with a 69
Microsoft
Metacritic.
template.
Yeah, Microsoft template.
I mean that whole scene with Jack Black singing in the concert,
incredible.
That was added because of Microsoft.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because they had the money, they finally add Jack Black and everything. So you got to give them something of credit. If you don't want to, I don't give a fuck anyway. The game might be Game of the Year, so go fuck yourself.
Yeah, Jack Black's playing somebody else in the Nintendo Mario shit, but that's something different. That's that voice cast is wild. But yeah, right.
Is that obviously I didn't watch that dog shit Nintendo Direct. We should have streamed that.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. But basically, they're coming out with a Mario movie, and guess who's playing Mario?
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Let's move on to this shit. Then let's move to this Mario. Then we'll finish with Halo at the end again. Is this going to be animation or is it going to be?
Yeah, this is Illumination. So they do like Secret Life of Pets. They did the Minions. That
it's basically
studio.
the other studio that makes animated movies that's not Pixar or Disney.
Yeah, but they make good movies mostly.
Yeah,
I mean some of the sequels suck, but
yeah. So they have Chris Pratt, and then Luigi is fucking was it Matt
Charlie
Damon?
from Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yeah, him. Fucking Donkey Kong is Seth
Rogen.
That shit.
I can see that.
Yeah, that one I can see.
Yeah, Anya Taylor, the person from that chess show on Netflix,
yeah,
she's gonna be Princess Peach.
That's fine. I can see that.
And then Bowser is fucking
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Tyler Perry.
That's fine.
That could work. I think Chris Pratt's just a weird.
Yeah,
Black, they should have got Danny DeVito or something. That would have been hilarious.
Danny DeVito should be Wario, like straight up.
Yeah,
Danny DeVito
but
should be Wario.
Him and Charlie Day get along.
Yeah, that. But like, how about this? Just make it the Mario guy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's voice acting. It's voice acting. It's not.
Well, at least he has a part in the movie. Like he's been cast.
You want to know what it is though? These voice actors are also marketing. Like these are just names you put on there, and people just like, oh my god, Chris Pratt. I'm watching that. But maybe not so much anymore, but still.
But all I want to know is Chris Pratt gonna be doing an Italian accent?
Yeah, I think he can do
it.
I think he can
Star-Lord.
No, it's funny. When I send that shit, I go, what the fuck is going on, man? Like, yesterday was weird. Like, as soon as I woke up in the morning, all this Perfectdark news, the Mario, all Sega games on Nintendo Online or some shit like this. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
A Nintendo 64 controller for $50. Same with the Genesis controller, by the way.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I thought it was $50 for both.
Yeah, that would have been okay.
And then I'm like, what the fuck? $50 for a free
is it Bluetooth or something then? What is it?
It's wireless.
It's a wireless.
Yeah, but it's not worth $50. It's 3 buttons.
It's for collectors too. It's like a collector's item for them, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not buying that shit.
But here's the thing.
First of all, that controller is not comfortable at all.
Which one?
What?
Neither of them are comfortable at all.
Like, the N64 controller's trash. The Genesis one was fine.
As a diehard Sega Genesis fan, it seemed like every time they have some type of Sega Genesis collection or some Sega Genesis games, it's always the same fucking games. How many times have I played Sonic 2? Bro, that shit trash. The N64 games are cool.
And they're only doing the 3-button controller in America, apparently.
Yeah, I saw that.
Controller. They're doing a 6-button
Yeah, there's a
controller.
6-button controller.
Let me tell you something,
Stu.
By the time the 6-button controller came out, I had me a little job. I was like maybe 18 or 17 or 18. Had a little job. I went straight to electronic boutique here, and I don't know it's gone now.
Yeah, EB Games, that kind of boutique.
2 6-button controllers because I love Mortal Kombat. I love fighting games back then.
Yeah.
I said I can't do this 3-button shit, bro. The 3-button shit you used to have to press start to go like
you have to press start to do fatalities and bullshit.
Yeah. I was like, no, I can't do it. So like the 3-button layout. Say you got the 3 punches, you have to press start, then it would change to the 3 kicks. Like, get the fuck out of here. So I went to get the 6-button controllers, and that was great. And that's crazy that I think the Japanese get, like you said, the 6-button. Us over here, we get the original 3-button. Nah,
that's crazy.
And the only reason they did that because the Super Nintendo came out with like 6 buttons or some shit, and it's just looking real whack.
They started with 4.
What, Super?
No, but the Super Nintendo had 6.
Super Nintendo always had the 6.
Yeah, that was
Japan
6.
and America.
They had the purple buttons, right?
Yeah, purple, 4 buttons, and R and L.
If you're getting the index buttons,
I'm not talking about R and L.
Those are buttons.
The index buttons, Sue. The index buttons.
Those are still buttons, though.
R, B, and LB, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm talking about the actual, not triggers, not triggers and bumpers and shit.
The shoulder button, yeah, bro. They always had.
No, I'm just talking about the face buttons. I thought it was just 4 face buttons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but if you combine them all, it's 6 buttons.
Yeah.
Okay, brother.
So they have 6
about. That's not what I'm talking about.
Shit. Oh.
I said those 4 purple buttons. That's what I said.
They're purple, yeah. But it's 6 buttons all together.
All right, you got it.
Yeah, how dare you?
You got it, Chief.
All right, thank you, sir.
Anyway, let's just close up for Joey. That's it. We'll go back to the Halo. Then we close.
No, wait. My last thing.
Go on, bro.
Shout to Bayonetta's coming back. I'm super happy. 2 things.
You got a Switch, piece of shit.
I already have a Switch. Relax.
Oh,
2 things. 1, the voice actress is different, which saddens me. That saddens me because her voice is very distinct and iconic. 2, the look of Bayonetta, it seemed like it might have been toned down. It wasn't looking real Bayonetta, if you know what I'm saying.
Project Eve.
And but the part that confuses me is that Nintendo leaned into that when they said, "Oh, can we make a Samus outfit? Can we make a Peach outfit? Can we make a Link outfit?" Not a Link or a Zelda, whatever. But they was like, "Oh no, lean into it. Show more boobies, show more ass." Like they made a conservative version. Nintendo said, "No, make it how you want to make it. They do what you want to do. Just making it how a Bayonetta outfit should look." So for it to look like this now, kind of says, "I wonder what happened. I wonder if they're caving to the we need to make this game, a little more approachable, or the times are different now. I don't know, but I just felt that it was a little bit different, and hopefully it's not going complete left.
I think Bayonetta 3 looks worse than 2 and 1.
Oh man,
this game has some PS2.
It looks like PS2. It looked like early straight up Dreamcast game, bro. I'm like,
shit, body running 15 frames.
No,
please come to PC. Please come to PC. Nintendo start doing second party deals on PC also.
Bro, just bootleg that shit on PC. Fuck that.
Bayonetta, I guess.
Why not, bro? You got a fucking 2080 or some shit.
It's all about Project Eve now. That's gonna be the game.
Out of all that show, the only thing that I actually liked was the Mario movie, which I was like, all right, that's cool, and Castlevania Advance, which I bought already.
A lot of people was liking the Kirby because they was like, oh,
Kirby,
it's basically a Mario Kirby.
Yeah, it's the first Kirby 3D in forever, man. So
20-some years, yeah.
But listen, who gives a fuck about this Nintendo shit, man? Joey, I'm just gonna bring this shit back up for you, bro.
Yeah.
Halo, I seen you talking shit in the DMs about Halo. You were shook, getting goosebumps. Do tell your experience with Halo.
Oh, she looks terrible.
Sorry.
Okay, he just Googled her.
Hey, they pulled the hair back from her child.
They give her some weird.
So it's like, is this the real version of her, or is this an alternate version of her? Is this a younger version of her? Because the haircut is from when she was a child, and I don't know. It's a whole bunch of shit we don't know yet.
Yeah, John's like, fuck that shit now, bro. None of this Nintendo shit. Halo, bro, go for it.
Oof. I had Halo 5 and Halo Infinite obviously installed both just to compare. And then when I played Infinite, I'm like, shit, this is like everything that I remember Halo was, and Halo is what I was playing. And then I went back to Halo 5. And I'm like, oh, fuck this. And I deleted it right away. It felt horrible. It looks bad. It's like, oh, shit. This
Hey,
is not good.
Johanzo, that's what I've been trying to tell you for years. Halo 4 and 5 just aren't Halo. Like, I get they're modern games, and they feel better than the older Halo games in some aspects, because, they're modern.
Yeah.
But those aren't Halo.
No,
Halo Infinite is Halo.
Oh man, look, Halo 5, yes, it moved a little bit faster than Halo Infinite, but not in a good way.
Yeah.
Halo Infinite's just like
it just feels
perfect.
like Halo again.
It's fucking perfect, man. And the thing that I like the most right now, I've never been so hype about Halo's weapons in a while. Like, it's always been Halo weapons, right? There's nothing, but when you play with these, they're like, there's something different about them. They have a pop. The sidekick, everybody complain about the fucking sidekick. I love that fucking gun. That shit's awesome. What was the other one? I forgot about the names. But
Yeah,
one
well, they updated the sidekick model. That's why people like it now.
The skewer or whatever the shit is, that is just one shot, like a fucking piece of metal or a rod going out. That shit hits hard.
A railgun type shit?
Huh?
Like a railgun?
No, it literally shoots a fucking spike.
Yeah, it shoots a spike, but you're like, you shoot one, and you're like, why it doesn't shoot again? But you have to like reload it. But that shit hits hard as fuck. And the sniper rifle has the sound again. It has that fucking bang again. And I'm like, oh shit, this is awesome. Look, even though I was playing with bots last night, I was happy. I'm like, I didn't want to stop. I don't care. I didn't want to.
Were you playing around with the equipment? Like, you can like put the grapple shot on like unlimited uses.
I even bought I was playing so much with Halo Infinite. I even bought like the microtransactions they had.
Oh shit!
No, you can't. I mean, there's no money.
They give you currency.
Yeah, they give you currency.
Right.
I started buying shit and going. I tried to glitch the game too. I had some little, which I'm gonna report. There's a part that I can actually glitch the map. If you go back and forth with you going pause and going back and forth, the map just glitches out. And I'm like, this is an interesting thing I can do. So I actually learned how to glitch the map, which you got to report. Actually, that's the point of all of this. I play with Spartan bots only. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going straight up. The difficulty wasn't that hard. So, and I think
tell the dirt.
What?
I said, don't tell at the dirt.
What, dirt? You had problems?
No, I didn't have problems, sir.
It's all.
I started off playing on Marine, which is the default. I was killing their ass. I upped it to OGST, and it was more of a challenge. But I never said it was hard because it wasn't.
But you didn't go to Spartan.
No, I didn't. Not yet, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
I went straight up.
Dev.
Well, I played like 15 minutes with Marines. I'm like, something's off. Well, hold on, let me check the menu. I'm like, okay, I went straight up. I didn't even go to ODST. I went straight to Spartans. The grenade shock is great, but there's one thing about grenades I don't like. I don't know. The explosion of the frag grenade, it looks weird to me. And
they need to work on explosions overall.
And it takes too long to blow up. Like you throw the grenade, and you're like, what the fuck? Blow up already.
Yeah. I recommend like the grapple shot's good, but the repulsor's a really cool piece of equipment. Like you can use that to like throw people basically, and like do like a Mario jump basically. Yeah. I saw like there's a medal, so if you like use a repulsor on somebody and they splat on the wall and die, it's called pancake. That's your medal.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I saw somebody doing that last night.
Wow. So there's a whole bunch of shit that you can do. When is the fucking like PvP coming out?
1 p.m. Eastern my time.
So it's
basically an hour. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna be there. Fuck.
Hey, fellas, not to change the subject, but I'm finally looking at Bayonetta 3 trailer. Neff was spot on. This shit look like PS2, bro.
Yeah, it's just like you just get reminded like how bad the Switch is, but it looks fun. It looks fun.
It looks fun though.
And that's exactly why I said, "Damn, nobody else wanted Bayonetta. Like it had to be Nintendo. It could have been EA.
I think Nintendo just has it locked down.
Huh?
I think
And, like,
it's
doesn't Nintendo have it locked down from Bayonetta 2? Like, they have multiple games?
Well,
Yeah.
no. Well, what happened was nobody. Well, Sega
No. I get
was
what
going
you're
through
saying.
some time.
Oh,
Sega-
yeah.
Sega was
Bayonetta
going through-
1 had problems. Bayonetta, I don't know if it's sold well or whatever.
No,
It didn't sell well.
it's no.
But Platinum actually was
No.
going to publish it to see who wanted to
That's
to
not
publish
what
the game
happened.
again.
It's not what happened. That one time.
Then what
I watched the
happened?
whole story all night. So what
Oh,
happened
shit.
was Sega during that particular time, like the game sold like like 2 million, which is fine for that game. And it didn't cost much to make because them type of games aren't super or whatever. But when they were in the process they were halfway done making part 2, Sega was going through all them stuff, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna only focus on known IPs, and we're gonna reduce the amount of games we had. So they dropped Bayonetta. So he said we had this half-baked game, and they were shopping it to all these different publishers, and nobody was biting. Nobody wanted it. And so fucking out of nowhere, Nintendo comes in like, we'll take it. And you're like, fuck it. I guess Nintendo.
That's the shit.
He said, right
I went there because I
Are
started.
we still?
Hurry up
Are we still talking about
Yeah,
Nintendo?
yeah,
I'm sorry.
funny because I
We
was
talking about
started looking-
Bayonetta. We talking about a 360 game that I loved.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie,
All right,
Bayonetta
we'll
was
send you
fire.
back in town. You can play that
Yeah,
shit.
no, it's funny because once you started talking,
Let's finish-
talking about that shit, I look at Neff sent me something of Halo on the phone.
Yeah.
I'm like checking on it. I'm like, fuck, what's to say?
Yeah, bro, like, let's just finish you off. Like, Joey, are you happy with the Halo Infinite right now? The state is in.
Extremely happy. I'm like, I know I'm gonna spend my entire multiplayer days on that shit. I mean, I'm not much of a multiplayer player unless it's Halo, and Halo 5, I barely touched it, like, for real. And this is, I'm like, yeah, I'm back playing multiplayer Halo for the long haul. That's just me.
Man, I'm glad, man. I'm glad, like, Halo. It seems like it's gonna deliver. That's the main thing, man. But do you know what? Let's talk about Nintendo again, dude.
No, yeah. Also, this game looks better than I thought. The screenshots don't actually does it justice.
It looks
When you
good,
look-
doesn't it?
When you look at it, you're like, hold up. This game looks better than I thought. So
I can't wait for the campaign. Let's hope
The campaign gonna look great, man.
Hope it does look a lot better.
Like, if you think about that cutscene from E3 that they showed from the campaign,
looked
that shit look
beautiful,
fire,
bro.
man.
Looks
And it looked
beautiful,
like that
actually.
was a in-game engine.
Yeah, that was an engine. They said that that's where their technology's near now. And when you, like, zoom in on that and kind of compare it, it really is pretty close at this point.
That shit looks good, man. Like
Yeah.
Chief's armor, with all them nicks and all, like you can
Cracks
tell
and
fuck was in the
scratches.
The
war.
battle scars, yeah.
That shit look great, man. Yeah, though. Yeah.
but the thing is, a multiplayer always had like the graphics a little bit dialed down on any game.
Yeah, of course.
So on campaign, and most likely everything's gonna be dialed up to 11. So shit, then December can't come faster, man. I mean,
That's right. Yeah.
Listen, there's plenty of games to play. Plenty of games coming into Game Pass, my brother. Just enjoy it, bro. That's it. Enjoy it until December, man.
Yeah.
That's when we can talk that shit. But anyway, guys, let's just head out, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Yo, Pred, what's going on with you, bro? Thanks for coming on, man.
Not much, man. Just waiting for this fucking flight to start. I'm gonna get me some beer and get this shit started for the day and wind it down later on tonight. Get some football in this weekend and make sure y'all tune in next podcast on Thursdays. I'll be there talking shit, and I'll make sure I hop in y'all's chat and block a couple people like Chris Hart.
Oh shit! Yo, listen, Fred, listen, my brother. I know you do it on purpose to piss him off. You want to show your presence. You want to show the power. But come on, bro, leave Chris Hart alone. You know he's slow.
Well, maybe one of the days slow ass will figure out we don't want his ass in the podcast.
There you go.
Yo, one thing you gotta give Chris Hart though. Chris Hart, bro, he's on every Xbox podcast. He's consistent. He never missed. But today this bitch ass ain't here for some reason on Spawn. But honestly, they're everywhere. Them guys are everywhere. So
hey, if they're gonna talk shit, at least fucking send a super chat. You know what I mean? Like, you don't talk some shit.
That's the worst part. That motherfucker doesn't need to pay a super chat, and we still acknowledge this ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, Lordy, man. Once we get to the 1,000 subs, we start doing that shit. But let's see if he steps up then. Neff, my brother, We need to get back on the
Yes.
Halo grind. I'm glad Halo's delivering with the flight program so far. What's going on with you, bro? I hope you're free now, bro.
I'm always gonna be free to play Halo. Whenever the flight comes out, we'll make the time to play it. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm still a little busy, so I can't really game as much as I would like to. But hey, we got Halo in like an hour, so I'm just hyped to play that.
You need to get back onto your content as well, bro.
Yeah,
When the
I was
time
just about
comes,
to say that, man. I miss your content, man. I know it was slow by Halo for a while, but it got some news ramping up.
Yeah.
The guy's trying to be a heart surgeon. Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's yeah, Ray, man. It is what it is. TTS, bro. Yo, Joe Hansel,
Yes.
my brother, my WBG brother. What's going on with you, bro? How's
Halo.
that? First off,
What?
how's the Series S? How's the next generation for you, bro?
Hey, shut the fuck up, Sean.
How does it feel? to
Actually,
be
no.
next gen?
Actually, no. I'm not mad about the Series S. I
You
thought I was
shouldn't
gonna be. You know, when you have. That was gonna be a bad analogy, but I'm like, you know, when you were with like, fuck it, I'm not gonna say that. Anyway, it's not a bastard child.
Oh man.
Oh shit!
It's just when I bought it, I'm like, goddamn. I guess I have no other choice until because I don't for now. But once I had now that I got it and I'm playing with it, I'm like, huh, this
It's a good machine.
This little thing has power. No bullshit. I played Resident Evil 8 for like just to look at it, and I'm like, wait, hold on. I know this is not 4K, but this shit looks crazy, and it's like what 1440p only and 60 with ray tracing. Sometimes I'm like, god damn. So it's not a bad machine. And like last night playing with Halo. Basically, so no load times, just like one screen for 2 seconds. That's it. It looks beautiful as fuck. It runs 60. Everything runs 60 with no problems. So I have no complaints with the Series S right now. No complaints at all.
Well, that's dope, man. I think the Series S is going to be a beast. Is a beast, and it'll get better and better over time, in my opinion. But Sue, what's going on with you with your dog shit iPhone?
Oh man, don't be hating. It's coming in the mail. You know what I'm saying? October 6th. I got the blue John because I have to get the new color. You know what I'm saying? I got the Pro Max, 256 gig. Take your broke ass up.
So you're getting a new phone to do the same thing you did with the last phone?
Hey, what you do new? What new do you do on your phone?
Nothing, because I bought a new car.
Any phone you buy. Any phone you buy.
Why would I need a new phone?
Why do you need a new car? You driving different?
My if you know the story about that,
yeah,
if you know the story about
you
that,
got a new car to drive the same places.
Yeah.
No, I'm getting ready to move pretty soon, so I'll probably be moving. Have to be out by next week, so yeah, I'm not gonna get too much. But I'll probably
Sue's gonna be doing podcasts in the street corners.
Oh man.
So are you moving closer to that Wi-Fi or no?
First of all, that story was 3 years old.
Yeah, it is. And literally, that story came out when the Series X came out. I remember that.
That was funny though, man. That's a good story. And WBG, the host of WBG, Dirk Griggity, what's going on with you, bro?
What's up, my man?
I wanted you to talk that shit.
Oh man, I ain't got shit to talk about, man. Hey, I got a video about to drop right after the show. Go check it out.
Check Rodimus out. He said it straight. That's the real story. Sue mom kicked him out. Your mama kicked you out, Sue. How does it feel to be a bastard child?
Damn, bro.
I don't know what y'all, but I got kicked out of my house too when I was younger. So fuck it.
It's because you're robbing jungle grapes. You were eating them jungle grapes.
Oh, yeah.
Piece of shit.
We're getting women pregnant. That's what's going on.
Oh man, no man, but I'm like these guys. Well, I gotta go to this fucking therapy in an hour. But
what? You all right, man?
Yeah, man. I had
noodles have been affecting you, man.
Fucking noodles. No,
Neff, have you seen the Shenmue story?
The Shenmue story?
Oh,
I'll put it on for you, bro.
Oh shit. Hey Sean, let me get rid of that text on there.
Hey, baby, I need to tell you something.
What's up, baby?
I bought this game, Shenmue.
Oh, that's cool.
But, baby, it was $50.
$50? You black motherfucker. That was supposed to last us for 2 weeks. That's $60. So now you're telling me that you only have $10 left?
Yeah, baby, only $10 left.
We only have $10 for the next 2 weeks then? What about the kids? What the kids gonna eat?
The kids can eat noodles.
You need help there. You need help.
Listen here, bitch. I'm the man of the house. I'll do whatever the fuck I wanna do, bitch. Give me some dinner.
Oh, you black motherfucker. I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Bitch, please.
The kids can eat noodles.
That was a pretty accurate description of what really happened.
Neff, I'm online.
Because I know the story.
Neff, I'm online.
No, you're not.
The kids can eat noodles.
I was laughing because of how accurate it was.
Yo, that story's legit, man. I gotta give
She fucking beat your ass too.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah, man. I just want to give a shout out to the panel. Shout out to everybody as well in the chat, man. Next week, TTS, I think I'm gonna be working there, so it might be 4 p.m. next week, your last time, Eastern time.
Thank fucking God.
So next week we'll be talking that shit at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And you guys, you know what time is it? It's time to talk that shit.